Oh, it's the winery. Hey, man.
Man, that was the other day. That shit was great.
Were you pissed off, though? You say you showed up and they don't let you inside now?
No, I was inside when the governor laid the news down. I was already inside, and they made us go outside.
No, like fucking right there at the spur of the moment?
Right then and there, they were like, we just got told if we have people inside this winery, we're going to get fined. And they said
it just started though.
And they said they could charge us with misdemeanors, like charge the workers.
Yeah, get them legally.
Yeah, so it was like we understood, like we weren't even mad because it's a winery. Fucking.
Again, can they do that right at the spur of the moment? They could do that, like in
we were sitting in there when the news the news came down. Then she got a call.
Oh, Dwann, so we're having a competition. Sorry to cut you, but we're having a competition. Whose fireworks come up on the podcast loudest?
Okay, that's a good one because on my show last night, they got me good. I had to have my call. I was like, you just keep talking. I'm gonna mute this shit for like 5 minutes.
Yo, did you see that one? Did you see that?
Okay, because we get some over here, but it's not that
bro,
repeating.
Fucking, they're right outside my window right now, dude.
Damn.
Like, and I don't like. Excuse me, where I live.
Right now, I hear them right now. Boom, boom, boom.
So they're down the street right now. But they coming next door.
You let me know if I hear them on your end. I'll let you know. Like I hear somebody's fireworks, or if the mic should pick it up though. If you got them. But
it seems like these motherfuckers sometimes wait till 2-3 in the morning, bro.
Dude, right about now, 9:30, 9:45.
Nah, bro, they do it at 2-3 in the morning. That shit's not funny, dude. You're fucking asleep, man. I was watching this video of this kid, young African American kid, and he's like, did you guys see that video? When he was like, hey, motherfucker, stop popping them fireworks at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And I know who it is. It's you unemployment collecting motherfuckers. You guys ain't got shit to do. You're up at 3 in the morning popping fire. That's all you need to find a job. Go tell them you're good at popping fireworks or some shit, but get your job. I was busting up, dude.
Oh, my goodness.
I was just reading the Nextdoor app.
Yeah.
I was reading this shit because it's an alley behind my row of apartments.
Yeah.
And someone was on Nextdoor and they were like, one of those fuckers in the apartment buildings was in the alley was popping fireworks. So I went outside and told him to stop. And he cussed me out. What the fuck you think was gonna happen? Like you thought he was gonna say, okay, sir? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you don't do shit like that.
I want to know which neighbor that was. So I can just laugh at him.
Here's a quick question though, Dwann. Do you think it's our obligation to watch our neighborhoods like that? Like we're not accustomed to police. Like maybe if we police our own neighborhoods, and we wouldn't have problems with the fucking police. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think we have to, because like in the Jewish neighborhoods, the Jews police themselves over there. Like,
exactly.
And I'm telling you something, my brother's the LA County Sheriff.
Okay.
And he told me out there in industry in Azusa, out that way.
Yeah.
He said, we know, as the cops, if we pull somebody over and we see like a really nice BMW or a really nice Lexus come behind us and one of those Japanese dudes and some glasses, he said, we know to leave that person alone and not write that ticket, just to go.
Really?
That's the LA County Sheriff's talking.
That's their lawyer or some shit or what?
Huh?
That their lawyer that pulls up behind them?
No. The Yakuza pulled up behind them.
The backup.
And it's like the
they
police
like travel in pairs.
Not to touch certain people because they police themselves. And if the police touch them, the police are gonna get hit.
Oh, shit.
That's going on right now in this city as we speak.
Well, that's
different neighborhoods.
I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it on my end.
The cops, don't worry about it.
Right.
So, but that's one of the things that I've spoken to the kids I coach. That's one of the things I've told them. I said, because every kid, it's funny because every kid that grows up in the neighborhood that I grew up in, is like, you ask them, so what do you want to do? Oh, I want to do this. I can get the fuck out of this place. Like, that's the fucking thing. And I say, wait a minute, man. I go, if you're able to be that successful where you have money there, why not fix your community and make it into the community you would like for it to be instead of running away from it? Because all you do is leave everything behind, and then the kids who come behind you, those generations suffer. I mean, that's why I coach here. I live around here, I tell them. I say, there's times when I'm like, fuck, man, maybe people are right. You know, you start to question, like, maybe people are right. Get the fuck out of here, whatever. But then I don't know. It's because I feel like that's the easy thing to do. But what I tell them is this: you can make your community into what you want it to be. Like, you know, we were raised, and I know it sounds fucked up because I grew up like this. We all grew up like this. We're raised to think that a snitch is the worst thing you could fucking be. But who taught us that? Mm-hmm. The motherfuckers committing crime. They taught us that. Yeah. It wasn't our dad and our mom. Well, my dad did.
Well, yeah, because like in a lot of hoods, like there's not a lot of like real OGs. It's just not a lot of old dudes in the hood that just stayed there. Like,
but even my dad,
the hood don't have too many men there. Like you say, he has old dudes who didn't make it because all the ones most of the successful ones leave, like what Cisco is saying. Yeah. And so, but I look at it like that was systematically taken away from us. Like I look at it like this: the Crips were started as community. That was a community response program. You know what I mean? The Slaussons, the gangs in LA pre-70s were all community policing. Yeah, they had their spats. Like my dad was around. He said, yeah, well, when they had their spats, they would beat each other with sometimes the most they would do was hit somebody with a bat. You know what I mean? And they still wouldn't even hit him in the head. They would hit him in the body. Yeah. And there was just a thing before the government brought the people did police themselves because the police didn't police us. That didn't, you know, because like when the gang started in LA, white people lived in Southgate. And they used to come over, they used to cross Alameda and go into Watts and Compton. Yep. White people were in Compton too. And they had a gang called the Spook Hunters, where they would just go around at nighttime and pick off black people who were by themselves. Damn. And so that's why the Slaussons were started as a response. Like, we gotta community police this shit. It was when the FBI came in and broke all that shit up. You know what I mean? We were already doing it. But it literally took the FBI and the police to break the shit up to where it is right now. So I think we can do it again if we just adopt that mindset.
Well, yeah, like you're saying, you go to those neighborhoods and they have a neighborhood watch program. But see, it goes back to what I'm saying. We were raised to think that snitching is the worst thing. And nobody's talking about like going and I'm going to rat you out to the cops.
You've seen that commercial for the homeowners association? Like she's going around clipping hedges and stuff because the hedges are too high for the block or whatever.
No, I've never seen that shit.
Yeah, so they go around as like, oh damn, like the homeowners association. Like you want to be like so rich that you get in a community or a gated community or some type of.
And those communities come with a whole nother set of problems.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And this is one of the things I've always believed in this. I've always, like the kids that I work with, I've always told them, you know, being a cop is a good thing. You know, we need good cops. Make sure you and live in the neighborhood that you're patrolling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we know we need as many as we can get, but don't be that person that becomes a cop and then buy into the bullshit that they train you and follow what everybody say. Don't be that cop. We don't need no more of that.
Well, see, even with the cops, bro, look, my thing is this. If I go to Dwann and I say, Dwann, you better not snitch. You know what I mean? What the fuck am I doing wrong that I got to tell you that? Because if I'm doing right, I don't need to warn you about shit like that.
The cops
and I'm not perfect, bro. There's shit people could have snitched on me about. I'm not perfect.
That's the whole premise for The Godfather.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect, that I live a perfect life. Shit. I mean, fuck, if somebody snitched on me, obviously I'm doing something wrong. You know what I mean? But we live with this stigma that the snitch is the worst thing you could be in a neighborhood. Look at Kobe Bryant, all the shit he got because they said he snitched on Shaq. Remember? Oh, he ratted out.
They gave him all kinds of shit, undue shit. You know what I mean? And he was like,
he did snitch though. He did.
Here's the reason why I always stood against that, because I remember when it happened. They said Kobe was on tape for 13 hours. Nowhere on that 13 hours did he mention Shaq. If you go back and read it, the cop said, oh, it was after the interview he brought up Shaq. I don't believe no cop. I don't believe anyone's gonna talk to the police for 13 hours and then when everything's over, keep talking. I just don't believe it.
Or some like Central Park 5 type stuff.
Yeah, because I remember what he said was supposedly he said I should have just done what Shaq does or something like that, right?
Yeah, they said, but it was nowhere on the tape. The 13 hours that he was recorded about the whole incident, it was nowhere on that.
But so what I tell the kids, going back, what I tell the kids is, I go, so you know what happens during gentrification? Another group of people come in and then show you what could have been done with your neighborhood, and it would have been done by you guys had y'all fucking come together and work together and policed yourselves. But don't wait till it's too late. And don't wait for those group of people to come in and show you what the true value of your neighborhood is. Because the neighborhoods we live in, bro, are the most expensive pieces of property in all of fucking LA. We're centrally located.
And the weather's better. We don't have that hot ass valley. You know what I mean?
Or IE.
Or the IE, yeah, exactly. None of that shit.
None of that shit.
I'd rather live out here, right?
And you get no matter what side of town you are in LA, you can get street tacos until 5 a.m. You know what I mean? The fuck you mean? I'm go outside in the Empire. Fuck the Inland Empire.
There's some bomb ones. There's some bomb tacos off of Inglewood Avenue and close to the 105. I can't remember the fucking
I know
street.
exactly what you're talking about.
It's a taco truck, right?
It's a few of them over there, but all of them are good.
Yeah, they got some good ass tacos. Is that where you stay? You stay out in Inglewood?
Huh?
You stay out in Inglewood?
I'm in Gardena, which is not that far. It's Inglewood. The south side of Inglewood is like one block.
Yeah, my buddy lives over by the Hustler Casino, so that used to be
that
used to be my hang. They used to have a bar upstairs, second story. I used to go. My buddy Daryl took me there, and he ordered a drink because he was in the Navy. He's from Chicago. He's from the south side of Chicago. No, not even. He wasn't even from the south side of Chicago. He's from like the Kaneebe Greens and shit. He's a project. Yeah, but he ended up in bro. We used to drink at his pad, and then this is before I did comedy. This is before I even thought about doing comedy. And he would hook up a microphone to a stereo, and we would just talk into the mic, and he would record on a cassette, and we just be getting tossed like fucking drinking, dude. And we just start on a cassette. And he'd record it. Oh, dude. But he used to tell some funny stories.
13 hours wouldn't be nothing.
Oh, dude. We used to just be talking. And then, like, he used to tell stories about, he said, my mom would send me to the fucking store, to go buy some,
You're not hearing all these fireworks on my end?
No. Stop being fucking self-conscious, bro. Relax. Get your shit. He said, go buy some bread, go buy this and that, right? He said, man, sometimes she'd tell me buy some Twinkies too or whatever. And he said that he would come back and the fucking elevator be broke.
Oh.
So he had to walk up the stairs, and he said, them motherfuckers is waiting for you in the stairwells. They wait for you. He goes, and so you had a fight. They'll jack your shit. They'll jack you for your shit, for the food and all that. And he said you had to fight because the whooping you were going to get from your mom for coming back with 2 empty bags was worse than the one they were going to give you. And I used to be like, he goes, man, and sometimes you lived on the 13th floor, dog. He goes, and the fucking elevator's broke. He said, I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I'm like, I never went through that shit, dog. So, but I mean, I know what it was like. You had to hide I know what it was like walking down the street and you had to hide your money like in your sock or some shit, which everybody knew you were hiding it. I know what that was like.
Everybody knew the money was in a sock, but you still put it there.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody knew. Everybody knew your mom had the money in her titty, but she still put it there. They fucking knew. Everybody knew that shit. Dude, I used to fucking go to we used to go to this place over there off of Compton Avenue and Florence.
I know exactly what you're talking about. By
the train tracks, there was there's a burger stand. They called it the car wash. They're closing that shit down. It was famous forever, dude. We used to go there and fuck. I mean, we were kids. We used to walk up and down that neighborhood, man. And I never felt threatened, to be honest with you, around that.
And I think that's one of the big misconceptions. It's a joke I used to do when and it was talking about the hood. It's like, people aren't really tripping on each other. It's the cops you got to worry about oftentimes, because gang members, for the most part, they know who else is in a gang. And if you're not in that shit, they don't really fuck with you.
Nah.
It's like, they're not about to get 25 years for jumping in somebody in the gang who don't want to be there, who's just going to snitch. They're like, that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? It's like, they make it seem as if you're in the hood, like you have to join a gang.
But Dwann, the honest to God truth, I got hit up more by Mexican guys, man.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I never got hit up by an African American. It was always a Mexican guy.
By a Belizean guy too.
A Belizean guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's the thing. That's it.
They're confused. That's why. It's
that right there, and
confused.
that's a slight cultural difference that they don't talk about. Like, but the Belizeans, a lot of your blood sets, BPS, a lot of your blood sets have a hell of Belizeans. And if you in LA got like what 60,000 Belizeans here, like in the early '80s from the war that they had down there that the United States started.
Chicago and fucking LA. Yeah.
And so a lot of them, they did join the Bloods, and those would be the most ones that would be like the most body. Like the brothers would be like, "Hey, chill, don't be like," because I grew up on Crenshaw and Rodeo. They now call that Street Obama. I still call it Rodeo. But I grew up in the days when Boys in the Hood was being filmed. I remember watching it being filmed as a kid.
Yeah.
And so all that shit was real.
I know.
But
exactly
I tell you this, man, I never really got hit up by the gangs. Like, cats knew I was the fat kid that played the drums.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, I never got hit on. I never got hit up by people in my neighborhood. But I'm saying, like, even when I was in other neighborhoods, man.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I would get hit up, but it was usually other Latinos.
You ever been hit up out of state?
I never got hit up by a black gang. Like, dude, there was one time I don't want to drop gang names, but I know exactly where I was. I was on Rosecrans and Santa Fe, in that area. And I fucking made the wrong turn down a one-way street. And there was like 30 Crips there, dude. 30. And I'm in a red Trans Am. So, dude, a couple of them jumped on the curb and then reached for their waist. I just drove past them. I said, fuck, I already turned. What the fuck am I going to do? I slowed down, and I was driving fast. Then I slowed down, and I just drove past them, went to the end. I parked. I acted like I was going to visit somebody because I said, fuck. I go, what the fuck? I go, I can't just drive in here and then make a U-turn and go right past them. I got out the car just so they could see me or whatever. Got back in my car and took off.
And like for me, I've never got hit up by a Latino gang. Never.
That's what I'm saying.
And that like that's why like when these reports come out about the shooting, I'd be like, what? Like I've never gotten hit up. I mean, it's like I don't know. People tell these stories, but you know, for the most part, you know, but even when it comes to the shooting, most of the gangs when it's a gang shooting, it's because something happened before that they're responding to. They're not just walking down the street and saying, hey, there goes somebody I have to shoot right now.
That's exactly what I tell people about cartels in Mexico. Because people always say, oh, man, no, my cousin's friend was innocent. He never did shit. How do you know? Motherfuckers that do shit don't go fucking announcing it. They don't go around telling people what they did. I go, cartels don't just fucking see you walking down the street and go, let's get him. You know what I mean? Like, what the they don't do.
Makes
they
sense.
got bigger fish to fry. The only reason they'll fuck with you is if you're fucking with their money or their business. And that's the same thing with gangs. If you're if you're in the neighborhood, a pimp, anybody, you fuck with their money, they're gonna fuck you up, dude. That's that. So yeah, I never understood
because
that. Like,
they don't have a police department they can call, so they gotta policing themselves.
Now, innocent bystanders have gotten shot. I got shot when I was 17, and it was because of two gangs. And I was in the middle of it, and I got fucking hit. So, I mean, that shit happens. I know that happens. Innocent kids, you know, get shot.
We used to get drive-bys on our house because the dude next door was in the gang.
Really?
Like when we was like 8, 9. When I was like 8, 9, me and my brother would wake up on Saturday morning picking up shell casings.
Damn.
Because they was hitting the house next door, but a few times they didn't come. Thank God they didn't come through. They hit the wall and bounced back down. You know.
Yeah.
You're right. It's a lot of collateral damage. That's the thing about that, you know. I mean, and that's why we want to stop it because there are innocent people that get killed.
You know,
but at the same time,
go ahead.
Know, this is a gangster country. As long as the country gangsters as long as it's gangster outward, it's gonna be gangster inside. You can't expect
everyone loves a gangster culture.
Pure inside. Come on now.
That's true. That's true. Like I think the one thing.
Hey, who's y'all favorite gangster?
The one thing, hold on, sir. I haven't even finished my fucking statement. You already told me what's my favorite gangster. Relax. The one thing that I will say is that if I have nothing against a guy who does his business, whatever. Fuck, you know, you're gonna run your business. You're gonna run your business. I'm not talking about being a snitch, you know, or snitching out somebody just because, hey, I'm suspicious what they're doing next door. But if you're gonna bring trouble to my neighborhood, that's when I'm gonna have to fucking, you know, that's when I gotta draw the line, bro. If girls are getting fucking bothered, like they're like sexually harassing them or raping them, fucking even worse, or women or kids are getting hurt, you know, that's right. And that's the one thing that we've never protected in our fucking neighborhoods, bro. Is that fucking girls get fucking harassed, they get pregnant, they get knocked up by dudes. That's the fucking thing.
The dudes that be like that, we gotta police them. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, chill the fuck out. But did you see what happened in Milwaukee last week?
What happened?
In Milwaukee, there was these girls that came up missing. These 2 black girls that came up missing, and they reported to the police. Apparently, they were traced back to this house in Milwaukee, and this house had 23 calls from neighbors from suspicious like activity, like possible trafficking.
I heard about that.
The police didn't respond, so the neighborhood found the house, rescued
Kicked in the door,
and burned the house down.
Man,
I like that.
That's dope. Shit, fuck
that's what the neighborhood did.
We need we need more of that.
I heard that the police were in on it and that they were burning down the houses to get rid of the evidence.
The police were, the only thing the police were in on was that house being called 23 times and didn't do.
Yeah.
So you know that means they knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Because let someone call your house right now and say, hey, look, he's growing mushrooms in the backyard. They'll have an AK-47 all in your ass.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. How about when they bust in the wrong house and shit? That shit be happening, dude.
That's what happened to that girl in Kentucky that got killed.
Damn, Breonna Taylor.
Yeah, exactly. Breonna Taylor. Fuck, man.
And it's funny they talk about that. Gil Scott-Heron, great singer from the 70s, poet. He had a song called talking about No Knock Raids, written way back in 1971.
No what? No Knock?
It's a song he had called, there's a poem he had called No Knock, talking about how they're using these raids, no knock raids, to kill, and they're killing people. They're going to the wrong address. And this was like 1971. We in 2020, and they still doing no knock raids to the wrong fucking address.
Yeah. Well, remember Richard Pryor talking about they got a chokehold that they put on black people.
Yeah.
Remember that shit back in the 70s, bro?
Yep.
He was like, fuck, dude, you're talking about what, 30, 40 years later, and we're fucking still talking about the same shit? Damn, that's...
He said, who's my favorite gangster?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you know, like, however, like, metaphorically, like, you know, it could be Ice Cube for
Robin Hood,
you know?
bro.
Yeah, that could be Robin Hood. Could be.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
Okay, what version of Robin Hood for you? Like the Fox?
Robin Hood Men in Tights, that movie.
Oh, that's a good one too.
No, that was Martin.
No, Dave Chappelle.
Was it Dave Chappelle? Oh,
I would do Black Knight. I would do Martin Lawrence as a Black Knight.
Oh yeah, Black Knight. That was funny as fuck.
I would say the most notorious gangster of all time is probably Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
But my favorite gangster of all time?
You can even do an honorable mention.
I'm trying to think. My favorite gangster is probably, I don't know. I don't have a favorite gangster.
El Chapo.
El Chapo is the shit.
He snuck out of prison twice.
Hey,
that's pretty gangster.
I fucks with El Chapo. I fucks with El Chapo.
What's up, Gordo? He's gonna take him. His audio's connected. Yeah, El Chapo. You know, it's funny. El Chapo.
I'll tell you. Frank Matthews.
I
don't know
Frank
much
Matthews was a brother the same, and he was around the same time as Frank Lucas, the guy that did the movie about. Frank Matthews, he made the equivalent of what's now like $20 million in American dollars. He got put in jail, but he got bailed out, and he escaped bail. And the last place they saw him was in 1971 in Houston, and he got away with all his money and never got caught again.
Really?
Damn.
Yes,
Frank Matthews.
How much money?
They said it was millions. He had like millions that he had gotten, and he got away and never got caught. And they said that it's a documentary by him on Amazon.
You know, it's funny because when Jose said, "Who's your favorite gangster of all time?" You know, immediately we start thinking about people who are portrayed as gangsters on movies.
Oh, I could do my honorable mention.
But funny that you said Reagan. We don't think of politicians as gangsters, and they're
I do.
They're gangster as fuck, man.
They're the real gangsters.
Hey, Antonio Villaraigosa was a gangster, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Let me give you my honorable mention first. I'm gonna drop
Barry.
I'm gonna drop Martha Stewart.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I think she's pretty gangster.
She did her time. She did her little fucking time and still came out with a business. Ain't that about a bitch?
Came out with the business.
You know, with Snoop Dogg of all people.
You can't think. I always think politicians when it come to gangsters, man. You had motherfucking Nixon that came in and started a goddamn war on drugs against American tax-paying citizens. Yeah. He said, "I'm gonna start a war against citizens, and fuck you for asking." That's some gangster shit.
Yes, it is. I'll go with that.
Welcome, Gordo. What's up, man?
I'm trying to angle my shit so I could get my logo in the background, dog. So I could be like you.
I know. What's your logo at, Dwann?
I gotta get some new lights for my green screen.
You don't need a green screen on Zoom. You could just throw it in your background.
Are you throwing the background?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. How do I do that?
You gotta go in the corner where it says "Stop Video," and click on the little arrow pointing up, and it'll say "Virtual Background." And you just throw it on there.
Oh shit! Here we go.
And you just throw it in the back. If you have it saved on your, it'll just throw it on there.
Yeah, I have it. I have it saved. I'm about to do that right now.
Yeah. And
I think because my wall's green, it's fucking me up, dog.
Nah, well, yeah, you don't have to use the green screen on Zoom. You don't have to use it.
Okay, I wonder why it was looking so clean. Okay, I was like, I was playing around with my green screen. That shit was looking terrible.
I was trying to switch
because I had the. All
right, so Cisco, what's your honorable mention or your gangster?
Man. Well, fuck, I said El Chapo was one, dude. There's a lot of fucking ones from Mexico. El Rafael Caro Quintero. He's the guy that developed weed without seeds.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
so
he's the one.
Okay.
No seeds.
Drop some knowledge on this guy.
He's my favorite.
Okay. So drop some knowledge on this guy. I don't know about this guy.
Rafael Caro Quintero. He's the one that got locked. If you watched the El Chapo series or Narcos, I don't know if you guys watch Narcos, but the ones when they focused on El Chapo, he's the guy that got busted and got thrown in prison.
Okay.
And he was the right-hand man of Felix Gallardo, who's the main dude in Narcos, in the Mexican Narcos Mexico. Felix Gallardo was El Chapo's boss. So he's the guy that started all the shit. He's the one he's kind of like when there you go. See how it looks?
Okay, there it is. Okay, cool. I like this.
Yeah. So you know, like you know how like the Italians, they had the 5 families, and Lucky Luciano, I think, like fucking organized it or some shit. Well, he did the same thing.
My bad, Cisco.
Damn. Oh, you just made me switch my gangster. You just made me switch my gangster right now. Damn, just because you said that.
Put the letters on the opposite side.
I'm saying, is it backwards to you?
No, it says Hotepish. Intelligent.
Okay. On my side, I see the words are going the wrong way. But okay, if it's okay to y'all, it's good to me.
No. Yeah. No. Well, it has a mirror effect on there too that you can.
Intelligent-ish talk.
Intelligent shit talk, but I couldn't say shit on the bad.
Well, here you can say whatever the hell you want to say. So yeah, Felix Gallardo is the guy. He's the guy that.
I'll be right back.
He's the godfather of the Sinaloa cartel, and he's the guy that fucking got all the drug dealers in Mexico together to form a peace treaty. But of course, that fucking didn't last very long.
Well, that's what's up.
Motherfuckers start stepping on each other's territories, and that's why you had all those wars and shit. You know, and then you know how it is. People get jealous. He was making a shitload of money. People, start getting mad. Why is he making more than me? And he's the one that had the government in his pocket, bro. He's the one that had the government in his pocket. He's the one that told the government, "I'll pay all your motherfucking debts to the United States. Just don't fuck with my people."
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I like that.
You never seen Narcos Mexico?
I know. I have to watch it. Like I'm not big on TV like that.
Yeah.
I be like,
I'm sure there's books about them. Shit.
I got ADD like it's hell. Like it's hard for me to focus on any one thing for more than 20 minutes.
So Gordo Mamon here, he has an Instagram page that's pretty popular, man. He does a lot of videos and shit. And then but the reason I had him on the other day, and the reason I hit him up today was because he posted something, because he was in the military for 3 years. You were in there?
Yeah.
Gordo? And he was talking about what happened with that girl, Vanessa. Is it Vanessa Guillen?
Yeah, Guillen.
Dude, I dropped that knowledge on everybody I knew.
Vanessa Guillen.
I was like, my homeboy said.
So Vanessa
It's
Guillen was
like
beaten to death. She was beaten to death by a dude because she was gonna rat him out or some shit.
Oh,
like
shit.
my homeboy said, every
you
morning
hear
they gotta
about it?
check in, and if you don't check in, they looking for your ass. And she was like, I know. And I was like, oh yeah, and like that's what my homeboy said.
I think he had shit on some people higher up than him, bro. And because in Army, bro, they just say it like this, bro. Shit rolls downhill, bro, and it literally does in the Army, bro.
But wait, tell me the story. So she was beaten to death with a hammer or some shit.
I haven't read that part yet. I just know.
I heard
Dude,
that
they said she was beaten
acid to try to cover the evidence.
Yeah, they said she was beaten so bad they couldn't even get teeth marks to find out who she was. They found out who she was through her hair.
Man, that ain't cool.
And that dude was fucking around with the ex-wife of another soldier, and she told him that she knew. So, I mean, I'm fucking, don't quote me.
Don't quote me. Facts don't matter.
It was something. That's what they were saying that I read, something like that. And she knew about it, and she was gonna report it or say something about it. And dude, and the chick, dude killed her, and then the chick he's dating helped dispose of the body or get.
That was it that white girl?
Yeah, the one he's fucking with, bro. So yeah,
ugly ass white girl too.
Isn't
she had like pink hair?
Isn't it always how it happens, bro?
Fucking had a piercing going through the middle of her.
Hey, but you know what? Sexuality is a spectrum, so
yeah, that's true, man.
It's whatever you're into.
Yeah. Some guys, some guys are just turned on by shit, like by ugliness.
It just sucks because that chick was so young, bro. She was like 20
years old, man. He beat her. Yeah. He beat her to death, man. I mean,
like he should have just took his punishment from the Army, bro, and called it a day, bro. And that's it.
But I'm saying you were in the military, bro. So, like you said something on your video that it's hard to go to to your sergeant because it's like working at Amazon and going to Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But
it's kind of like saying,
is it really that hard?
Fuck it. Go.
It's not that it's that hard. It's just he's your supervisor. Okay, and then this person's been in the military for 5-6 years versus you've been in the military 2 months, and you're gonna go talk to this dude that you're supposed to respect, and each rank has his respects, Is you're not gonna go a private cannot go talk to a colonel, bro. Not even a specialist. If you're a fucking sergeant, even then you're still like, don't talk to that motherfucker unless he talks to you,
Damn, that's fucking terrible, man.
Yeah, it's like that, bro. And then, but
I mean, so what's gonna happen to these? I mean, is the shit gonna hit the fan all along the ranks? I mean, dude? I mean,
well, I was watching another guy on TikTok, and he was explaining how.
Come on, bro, you can't be getting your news from TikTok, dog.
No, but this dude was in the military though, too.
Okay.
And that the dude was in the arms room at 8:30, and to go into the arms room, you have to sign keys out, bro. You can't just go get a fucking key and be like, hey, let me go into the arms room. So like people, that shit's all logged in that he went into the arms room and stuff,
Damn.
So like there's trails of everything. It's just nobody decided to do shit. If I was missing for 1 hour, bro, in my fucking unit, people were asking where the fuck I'm at.
No shit.
Yeah, but I feel like it was different with us. I was infantry.
So you have 1 hour leeway? Like you could be gone for an hour?
If you pretty much gotta. So when you're on duty, you're pretty much like always like on the call, like ready, like, hey, where's this guy at? Or hey, we need to go do this, we need to go that. But once you're off of work after 5 o'clock, then you can go do whatever the hell you want, But at 6 o'clock in the morning, you got to be in formation again. If you're not in formation, like, hey, where's so and so? Why is he not here? Where's he at? Then they ask your sergeant, hey, where's so and so? I don't know. Hey, first sergeant, where the fuck so and so? I don't know. Went AWOL.
You don't want to hear. I don't know.
Remember I told you last time? I almost joined the military, but it was always in my mind It was always on my mind when Lawrence Fishburne on Boys in the Hood said, "A black man got no business in a white man's army." And I'm not black, but it still fucking, it was in my mind. I was like, well, shit, you know, I'm brown. Fuck, I don't think I have any business in there either. Shit.
All right, let me drop my gangster, my last gangster right here.
Oh, go ahead.
So I think because he brought like the Italian mafia and stuff. I want to say that this YouTube channel that I like on here is called Blood Letters and Bad Men, and it breaks down all the families and shit. So I really dig this thing called I think it's like Pistachio Joe or something from the mafia. He was like old school mafia dude who was kind of like a Genovese, and it was really good. So I think he's really gangster. But before that, I was gonna say Oprah Winfrey. But that was gonna say my gangster.
Damn, you're high as fuck, bro. We moved on from
yeah.
that shit. We're talking about Vanessa Guillen. You're talking about your
Yeah.
gangster. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's like we're going
Vanessa
back.
Guillen
Like,
got
you know what?
president
Gave me a
hugging
free
her.
look. She's gangster.
She's gangster too.
I went to one of her shows.
Michelle Obama's gangster, dog. The fuck?
Hey, I wonder, have you ever seen, you know how you're talking about narcos, have you seen the Queen of the South, but the English version?
Yeah, La Reina del Sur. I haven't seen
but the English version one though.
No,
the English
why?
one.
Is it
I don't
good?
know. I wonder if that's based on a real story because that chick's gangster in that fucking show.
Well, La Reina del Sur is a true story, bro.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's a true story.
But the English version, I feel like it's more it's harder than the novela. The novela one was kind of
English ones change it more. I feel like English when they say, oh, the characters in the story, you know, are real, but you know, the story has been changed, and they changed the shit out of stories, man. Because I've seen
the events have been changed.
Because they gotta make it entertaining, one, and two, they don't want a motherfucker coming after their ass for fucking.
These were real events.
For dropping the real events, like the real shit, man. I mean, you know, it's crazy on these fucking streets, dude.
You know why? Going back to what you're talking about, the military. You know the main reason why I didn't go? Because I almost went.
Yeah, me too.
I graduated high school in '99. This country hadn't been in a war in a long ass time.
Oh, no.
So I figured I'd probably get 4 or 6 years in before a war happened. And then we elected President Bush. I saw that smirk on his face, and I said, "Oh, this motherfucker about to get us in a goddamn war." But what it was, I had older family members, uncles and stuff, who went to war, and then came right back home, back to America, and got beat by the police, or you know, spit on. Like I had my grandfather talk about, like my great grandfather coming back from Korea and getting spit on as he was building the Macy's over here. You know, the Macy's on Crenshaw.
Yeah,
he helped
Crenshaw and Exposition, not too far from Exposition, right? Oh, Jefferson.
Yeah, Crenshaw and King.
Oh, King. Sorry, King.
Yeah, Crenshaw and King. Yeah, he came back from the war from Korea and helped build that motherfucker and then got spit on. Damn. So I heard them stories. I was like, man, fuck that shit. I ain't going to no goddamn war. Yeah. It's my ass.
I told you the story that I went to the MEPS and all that shit. The MEPS was right there on Rodeo. Yeah. On the Rodeo on La Brea.
Obama.
That's what, see, I grew up right down the street. I saw that out my window. Yeah,
so they had like the military MEP station where they would take you and do all the physical and all that shit. And I did all that stuff. And I told you the story last time, Gordo, was I didn't go because my cousin's brother-in-law told me that you hear that explosion? Boom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a loud.
They're loud. It sounds like fucking dynamite, bro.
I'll give you that one.
That's how it sounds in Iraq, bro.
No, because we're
taking count.
Jose's like we're competing to see who's.
You guys haven't heard any on my end, because on my end they're going off.
You didn't hear none right here. I heard like
no. I use no, but I did hear the Cisco's right now. But go ahead, finish what you were saying about gangster, whatever.
So I didn't go. So my cousin's brother-in-law at the time was ex-army, and so was his best friend, which is a white dude named Cody, and Cody was a recruiter. And he's the one that told me don't fucking go. He told me don't go. He said, yeah, don't go. He goes, fuck that shit, man. You know, he goes, you're a smart dude. Your cousin tells me you're real smart and all that. He goes, don't waste your time in there, man. He said, they're going to just use the shit out of you. You're going to be the first one they send if some shit break off. And I said, and that's all I needed to hear. You know, that's all I needed to hear was like, yeah, fuck it, then I ain't going. He goes, just go back to school, man. The thing was, like, I was at the junior college. I'd been there like 3 years, and then because I didn't go for like about a year, so I went like 1 year. I went 2 years, stopped going, and then I went back, and then that's when I was like, fuck. So I don't remember how old it was. I was probably already 20 when I was gonna join the military. 21 maybe.
I joined 19.
19.
Damn, I was young.
18? You joined?
19. That's they get you right. That's young.
I joined that. I joined because I just went because I wanted to. Nobody even forced me to.
Yeah.
No, but that's good though, because when you told us all your stories, I was like, oh man, that was like good, because.
But see, you're good, man. You went, you got out, you got your little, you got your little status there.
You still got both legs.
You still got both legs. You got your own business.
Fingers,
man,
all that good shit.
Hey, count the blessings.
I seen the guy in the uniform. I thought they were coming for my dad, bro. I thought it was immigration. Apá, córrele, güey. At the window, guys, in uniform. Hey, dad, they're here for you, dog.
Didn't you say that they were coming for your brother, and then you ended up going?
Yeah, they came looking for my brother, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go check it out. They're like, yeah, come by. Show me a badass video. You're Billy the Jones in the army. You can do this and that.
They put on the virtual goggles.
Wow. Video.
That's how they get us with fucking.
Hey, that video is fun as hell.
I told him, hey, I smoke hella weed. They're like, bro, we'll get you there. We'll cleanse you.
They tell you, they be telling you, hey, don't say you smoked weed. They be telling you to lie and shit. They tell you all that stuff.
Funny.
One dude got kicked out when we got to basic training. One dude got kicked out because he was colorblind.
What the fuck?
I mean, he wasn't colorblind. He couldn't see green or red.
Even if you're flat foot, right?
Yeah, flat footed. Because you have to see green or red for the night vision, and then the dot is red to shoot.
Damn. That's
I don't
fucking.
even know how people get past some of that shit.
Well, they be making shit up. They be like, I see blue, it's green. Oh yeah, it's green. I didn't see that shade. I couldn't.
I had a friend that really, really wanted to go, and he didn't make it because in basic training, he tore his knee. And when he came back home, he was all sad and shit. And I was laughing my ass off at him. I said, if your little punk ass knee couldn't make it through basic training, what would have happened if you was out in those fields? You'd be still stuck under some sand right now, you lip-knee motherfucker. You better count your blessings. You too weak. If you couldn't make it through that 6 weeks without your little knee getting fucked up, you don't belong in the goddamn army. You don't get everybody else killed because you couldn't run fast enough.
Hey, there's some
I don't need you on my squad. Fuck that shit.
Nobody wants you on their squad.
Just like I told you last time, like there's some dudes that got through. I'm like, how the fuck did you even make it into basic? Remember this dude that was going through crack withdrawals?
Oh, crack withdrawals.
Get the tattoo.
Crack withdrawals, Dwann. You believe that shit?
Crack withdrawals.
Yeah.
From one day to the next, he was gone.
Dude, the army's the best thing for a crackhead, yo. Straight up.
Why?
Dude, it gives them that structure, discipline.
But shit, but now if you're getting withdrawals, fuck. I mean,
if the person can't do it, it's on.
How long did he last though? How long was it, Julian?
Like 2 days, 3 days?
3 days, all right, almost. Hey, dude, 3 days, damn. You know, he was feeling it that second day.
Hey, but all this shit that's going on, like, I think you wrote something, Dwann. I think you, because you're like neither right nor left, right?
I don't give a fuck about either side. Both of them is bastards.
Yeah, both of you know, and it's funny because it took me. I'm gonna be honest with you. It took me until Hillary was running. I'm already fucking older and shit, so I was already 40 years old to see, because and fuck, at least I saw it, because most people that grow up where we grew up never fucking see it.
Yeah.
But I finally saw that they were playing us from both sides.
Yeah.
I finally fucking saw it, dude. And I saw, and that's why I look at all this shit, the coronavirus, these fucking lockdowns, the news. I see how the left media, another beating of an African American, another beating of and they don't even give a fuck, bro. The reason they do that shit is because they're trying to get Trump out, and they're trying to fucking show you that under Republicans, it happens under your watch too, motherfucker. It don't happen. It don't stop. It you fucking
exactly, and that's how my whole opening my mind process happened, because I was heavy Democrat.
Yeah.
And then I registered independent after 2004 when I just knew the Democrats can get Bush out. I was like, he sucks. And then I saw how weak they were. And I was like, man, y'all motherfuckers is too weak for me to be in this party. And then, but I was like, how can people be so stupid to support Bush? Bush is obviously playing them because I was a big time Christian back then. Yeah. Back then, I was going to church like 3 days a week playing the drums in church and shit. And I saw how Bush was using Christianity.
Practice.
Yeah, and I was trying to figure out like how they using Christianity to deceive these people. And then I asked myself, because one thing about me, anytime you see me talking shit about somebody else, the next question is, do I do that? And that's a very difficult question to ask is, do you do that yourself? So then when Obama came around, man, I raised money for him. I donated. I was like, yes, this is the one. But I still ask myself, does this motherfucker have me under the same spell that Bush had those Republican Christians under?
Yeah, see,
I had to ask myself that. And then I was unsure. And then Trayvon Martin got killed under his watch. Eric Gardner. I saw all these people get killed, and all these motherfuckers stayed out and didn't go to jail. And then because you know me, I study politics, and I have a long memory. I'm not only fat, I got an elephant's memory too. And I remember the 1992 riots.
Yeah.
What happened was when those cops got off, Bush sent the Department of Justice down here, a Republican, and put federal charges on those cops. So I was like, if the Republican can put federal charges on these cops, and I know how the grand jury system works, anybody, any indictment they want, they can get. That's the whole point of it. The grand jury is a fixed book. Whatever end result you want, you can get. And I saw the Republican did it, but Obama didn't do it. And you ran on blackness, and you allowing these motherfuckers to get killed, and ain't shit happening. That's when I was like, hold on, this whole thing is fucked up. And then you see Trump is in office. They're trying to blame it on Trump. Like, man, that same shit was going on under Obama, under Bush, under Clinton, under Reagan, and you can keep going back.
Yeah, dude.
Y'all play games.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly, looking back, you're right, dude. I keep fucking, but that opened my eyes when people started bringing up the dirt on Hillary and, and Bill and shit like that. And I mean, we always think, we always drink the Kool-Aid. We always drink the Kool-Aid. Oh, such a great president. Oh, he loves this and that. Are you the one that put the picture of Bill Clinton with his son?
Yeah, he has a black son.
He has a black son.
And here's the thing. I mean, it's funny because when I posted that picture, Ida Rodriguez called me.
Yeah.
And because she was saying she was just having a conversation and she saw that post. She wanted to know more about it because she was having a conversation with one of her friends that was telling her about Lyndon Baines Johnson having a black child and all these presidents.
Yeah.
And she was asking me, is this a real thing? I was like, look, almost every black president almost every president going back to the first George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, these were hardcore racists, but they all had black children. George Washington had 23 black children.
Damn.
Tom Thurman, the biggest segregationist in American history, had black children. As a matter of fact, his cousins Al Sharpton.
Thomas Jefferson. All of
Thomas Jefferson. It's rumors that Nixon had some. We know Lyndon Baines Johnson had some. And so it's just like all these fuckers have these illegitimate kids. And they had these black kids and don't take care of them and then want to come off as wholesome. That's why I don't ever get on that, oh, Trump is the worst. Trump is one of many. All them motherfuckers ain't shit. He probably the only one that don't have a black kid.
He might.
But he like those Russian hookers.
Yeah, who knows? He might.
He likes the mail order brides.
He likes the mail orders. Yeah, he likes those.
What were you saying, Gordo? That what?
I said Arnold Schwarzenegger got a Mexican kid.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Was she Mexican or was she Guatemalan or something?
the maid.
Hear that shit? Damn.
I don't know what she was, but yeah, I know he is a Latino kid, whatever. That from the maid. Yeah, that fucked up, man. That's some fucked up shit.
Fucked up shit, man.
And people are blind, bro. On social media, motherfuckers argue. Dude, I said it before. How the fuck are you broke and you're over here siding with Republicans? Like, I could see you siding with Democrats. I could see that. I could see you're still wrong, but I could see that.
Republicans don't even lie about being for rich people.
No, exactly.
They don't even fake it.
No, exactly. And Democrats do. Democrats are for real rich people, but they lie to you that they're not. All those, dude, look at all these leftist fucking rulers around the world. all these socialists and communists. Yeah, does Putin live like the rest of Russia? Does fucking Maduro in Colombia and Venezuela live like the rest of Venezuela? Fuck no. So how the fuck is everyone equal? How the fuck is everyone equal?
It should be a rule. If the United States is leaving your leader alone, your leader's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, Hugo Chavez is one of the biggest gangsters in South American history.
There's another gangster.
He didn't live long enough to get gray hair. Castro's the only one.
Dude, that's the one thing. It's funny because Castro, you say gangsters? I'll put Castro up there.
Yeah, I would too.
Little ass country next to the biggest power in the world, and he said, "Fuck you."
He survived over 500 assassination attempts. I was watching a documentary done by Oliver Stone. They were talking about, like, during the Kennedy administration, they developed like a dust, some kind of powder for him because he like seasoned his food with a certain kind of seasoning, and they developed all kinds of like powders to put on his food. He just wouldn't season his food with that day when they would do it. Like,
I changed my mind.
How would he find out?
No, thank you.
Fidel Castro,
just he
said he wore the reason why. Here's why Fidel Castro was a gangster. This motherfucker came from Italy and led Cuba's revolution. He's an Italian.
Is he?
Yeah, Castro's Italian.
I never heard that shit.
Yeah, he's Italian. Yeah, he's Italian. And then when he came to the United States before he was barred, when he came to the United States, they wanted to put him up in the Waldorf. He went and he stayed in Harlem and kicked it with Malcolm X.
No shit.
When he came out here, yes.
Wow.
He said, I want to see Malcolm X.
Damn.
And that's why they didn't like his motherfucking ass.
You know, I just saw the movie Malcolm X for the first time, like about a month and a half ago. I had never seen it. I watched it with my son. My son's 14. He loved the movie, man. I liked it too, dude. Fucking
What's your favorite scene from that movie?
Denzel. My favorite scene.
Denzel's great.
Because my favorite scene is where the white woman's kissing his foot and feeding him eggs in bed.
I remember that. That's true. Damn.
What's your favorite scene, Cisco?
Let me see.
Oh, I'll go to Dwann. What's your favorite scene, Dwann?
You know what? I get confused because I was watching Godfather of Harlem, and then there's a Malcolm X in that too.
Oh yeah, Godfather of Harlem. That's a good one right there.
Yeah, you didn't like it, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I didn't dig it.
I like that.
It was like and now the brother story, and now this guy's story. I'm like, nah, man.
Yeah.
Just get to the money and to the shooting.
Bumpy Johnson, that was a damn.
I was like, after 3 or 4 episodes, I was like, I'm over this.
Yeah, Bumpy Johnson that's a gangster. Bumpy Johnson.
People didn't fuck
with him. On my favorite gangster list, Bumpy Johnson's one of them.
Yeah, they didn't fuck with him. I mean, how do you survive fucking with all the Italians around you, bro? You have one neighborhood. That's all you got.
Uh-huh.
And he fucking survived that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, but, dude, what my favorite scene in Malcolm X? I think probably my favorite scene is when he saw his daughter as a Muslim.
Okay.
You know, after she had been through all that shit.
That is a good, dude. All the cinematic shots are good on that movie.
Wait, Malcolm X. No, that's Godfather of Harlem. When he saw his daughter as a Muslim for the first time.
What was yours, Dwayne?
My favorite scene from Malcolm X?
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's when he was when he was getting chased by what's his name, Archie. That the dude with the Shag Jerry curl. And they almost took his shit. Hey, American history. Do you know his real name? That person that played Archie, he was a real person, Caribbean Archie.
Yeah.
And he brought the numbers game to and the numbers started in Harlem from him, which turned into the lotto. But Caribbean Archie brought that from the Caribbean to Harlem, and that's the numbers runners back in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. Like those was the gangsters. Like America, like black people couldn't control any guns or liquor. They didn't let us do liquor. So our thing was the numbers game.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. And then when people would run numbers, the numbers runners were your banks and your people who put money behind Motown records and shit like that. And then that, like I said, then that became hella illegal. And then they turned it into a lottery, and that's like it was their fucking idea. But it was him, Caribbean Archie.
You ever watch Malcolm X, Gordo?
I've never seen the movie.
Oh, you gotta watch that movie. It's a good fucking
I
movie.
have to watch it tonight now. Was on
Yeah,
Netflix?
yeah, it's on Netflix.
What's the last movie you've seen?
I watched the one about the Trump being an immigrant, his parents, his grandpa and shit.
What the heck? I didn't hear that shit.
Oh yeah, his grandpa's from where? Where's his grandpa from? Germany.
Germany.
Fuck.
And then he had whorehouses and all kinds of crazy shit.
Really?
He's a pimp.
Fuck, dude.
It was somewhere, I think by Canada somewhere. He made a hotel on a boat. That shit, the water fucked it all up, got all that wood back, and put his hotel somewhere on some land that wasn't even his. Opened up a hotel, brothel, he took payment. If they didn't have money, they took gold dust and gold and made all his money, dipped out, and went back, tried to go back to Germany. They said, fuck you, get the fuck out of here. Went back to New York.
Damn. Ooh, but not Donald Trump. Donald Trump?
His granddad.
Grandpa.
Oh, his grandpa. So his grandpa fucking built a hotel on land he didn't even own?
Yeah.
What the? That's some gangster shit
That's
right
gangster
there,
shit right
bro.
there.
Dude, it's like the Bushes. Granddaddy Bush? Granddaddy Bush.
Granddaddy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Grandpappy Bush, they called him, or what they call him? Granddaddy
He
Bush.
sounds like a nice guy.
You never heard of him?
Trump's
No.
dad.
Prescott Bush.
Huh?
You talking about Prescott?
Yeah, dude. He was the most gangster of all of them.
I'm gonna
Ooh,
tell
break
you
it
how
down.
gangster. This
He's
how
the one that
gangster.
shot Kennedy or had something to do. He hated
No,
the Kennedys.
No, to go back even further than that.
Okay.
You're talking about the daddy Bush is the one that shot as part of that.
Yeah, part of
Go
that.
back to their dad, Prescott Bush,
Okay.
and Craig Prescott Bush. They're the ones, and Herbert Walker. They're cousins.
Yeah.
Herbert Walker was the finances, and Prescott Bush created Zapata Oil, and Zapata Oil is what they had that war in Iraq originally for. So what they did after they created Zapata Oil, they created a whole country called Kuwait.
Damn.
Because that's Iraq. That was the Bushes going in and saying, hey, look, we need access to the sea. So you can't have this country, Iraq. We're going to create this country called Kuwait. You sit your ass back on the other side of that border and shut the fuck up. And then we going to take all our oil up and down this Persian Gulf, and you better not do nothing about it. And so the reason why that first, because if you look back, you can go back as far as 1986, and you see Bush and Saddam Hussein shaking hands here in the United States.
Yep.
It wasn't until Saddam Hussein said, hold on, we don't have any trade access because that country you created 40 years ago is taking off our access to the sea. That's our country. We gonna annex our country back. And Bush was like, hold on, my granddad went through all that work so I can make all this money and started that goddamn war in Iraq.
I was gonna say it all makes sense now because the war started because Iraq was gonna invade Kuwait. Makes all the fucking perfect sense.
Yeah, from America's point of view, they're invading Kuwait. From their point of view, they're taking back their country that always existed with them. That Granddaddy Bush decided, no, you can't have that. This is for us.
I'm gonna check that out. I put that on my list.
Damn, but that's
my list to watch.
But that's the first Iraqi war, not the second one.
That was the first one.
Desert Storm. That was Desert Storm.
Yeah, that was Desert Storm.
Hey, that's the one with trading cards, right?
Mm-hmm. But it's no coincidence that the second Bush went into the next Iraq war. It's only been Bushes fighting Iraq. No other president's giving a fuck about Iraq.
Kuwait's nice though.
You been there? You went there? Gordo?
Well, like the bases are all nice there. The people, the Air Force, they had like McDonald's and Burger King. Like
the people get like an oil check, like the citizens of Kuwait, like they get like a big ass like 100,000 like a check every year just from oil profits.
Really?
The citizens, yeah, like they're not gonna say anything. They're getting that money.
Every citizen gets a check.
Every citizen gets a check in Kuwait.
Damn.
Kuwait's like Dubai, kind of, bro. They have all kinds of rich ass people.
No shit. Wow.
It's rich as fuck.
I thought, yeah, makes sense. I mean, I thought Kuwait.
A good book.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a poor Middle Eastern country, then really, except for Palestine and.
Not even there.
Not even Palestine.
Well, they're poor. Like the native people on those lands are dirt poor.
Yeah, because Israel's fucked them over.
Because the Palestinians, they look like goddamn. The Palestinians, those motherfuckers, the original Palestinians, goddamn it, they look like Eddie Murphy. Them motherfuckers is poor as hell. They poor as hell. I promise you.
Hey, all the Palestinians that live here in Salinas speak Spanish.
Really?
Really? Are they Palestinian?
They all speak Spanish or they own meat market.
Oh, so Gordo lives up in
Oh, wow.
Salinas, California, by Monterey.
Oh, you live in Salinas. That's what's up.
Yeah.
They be fucking.
I like it up there.
¿Cuántos libras quieres, güey? 10 libras, Simón.
Oh, bro, Armenians are like that. You ever go to a Tres Hermanos store?
Same thing as you.
Shit.
The Three Hermanos stores are owned by Armenians. And I didn't know they were Armenians because they kind of look, they could be Mexican, bro. And I go in there, hey, compa, ¿qué buscas? ¿Camisa, pantalones o qué? And I'm like, oh, wait, I'm just looking, you know? And then fucking the phone rings. I'm like, what the fuck? What fucking language is this motherfucker
Look,
talking?
Armenians are the biggest fronters in America. No one fronts harder than the Armenian culture. I love them. I know a bunch of them. That's how I know. If you see them in a Mercedes, that shit's salvaged like hell.
Oh, yeah.
It's salvaged. They got a homeboy that fixes bumpers, another one that does water, like coolant systems, and they get a $90,000 Mercedes, and they get it for $7,000, put a new rear end on it.
They flip it, and they flip it?
And they flip it, or they keep it, and then all they clothes are knockoffs. If you want a good knockoff Breitling watch or pants, their Armenians got all that shit on lock.
Damn.
All the motherfuckers, they some label whores. I thought black people were worse than label whores until I met Armenians. I'm like, oh shit.
When did it start with black people? Was it always that way?
Well, what?
With the labels.
See, with us,
I don't think it's just black people though. I think it's a minority.
it's everybody.
It's
Look,
more a minority thing though, man.
Here's why it's a minority thing. And this is where minorities always get it fucked up. There's a commonality between the cultures of the earth. The biggest difference is the European, but unfortunately, they're the dominant culture of the earth, so we all try to bend to what they do. When in actuality, all the flavor was with us. Yeah. You think a white boy invented Spurs and the way those cowboys dress? You think a white boy invented that shit? But they got us thinking John Wayne is the person that looked like that invented that. No, the fuck he wasn't. And so
I thought they got us thinking John Wayne was Genghis Khan.
Exactly. Like look around the world, man. People of the earth got flavor like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a natural thing. And then whether you're from Mexico, Africa, Brazil, South America,
Asia, Middle East.
America
got a headdress. They pretty much got a little flavor.
The land has abundance. You wake up and you pick breakfast off the tree. You fuck your woman, then you go down to the lake and fish, and then you go to sleep. Yeah. It was only Europe where it's ice all the fucking time, where shit was real deprived, so they couldn't. So us as people, we just are opulent people. We used to having a lot of shit. If you come from the Pacific Islanders, I don't care where you come from. If you people of the earth, you used to been in abundance. We just in a country now that took our abundance from us, and we still trying to make it the best way we can. I think that's really all it is. And then when everything get taken from you, you buy shit. When you feel bad, you buy shit to make up for it.
But I think like the name brand and all that shit, that's something that they've implemented us as a status thing to sell us that shit, keep us in debt, and fucking i.e. slavery, bro. I mean, people think slavery doesn't exist anymore. It still fucking exists. Slavery still exists.
Change forms.
Yeah, it's not the slavery, that black people went through fucking 400 years ago or whatever, but it's fucking, not even 400, 200 years ago.
My grandfather, who's still alive, his grandfather was a slave. My grandfather's still alive. So yeah.
Because people always say 400 years, or they say for 400 years, right?
Yeah.
That's what. Oh, I mean, well, whenever when slavery was still fucking in the South, whatever, it's not like that, but it's still a fucking form of slavery. Now that they got us, got us in debt.
The whole planet is enslaved by these motherfuckers. It's no reason why anyone should have to leave resource-rich Mexico to come work in this shit. You got everything right there. Why are you leaving it? Because these motherfuckers stole the shit on your land.
Yeah.
Like, do you know that Mexico has to get it? I found this out from a friend that works at the refinery. Yeah. You know that Mexico has to get its gas refined over here in Long Beach?
I was going to tell you. Mexico has to send its petroleum to the United States to get refined and then buy it back.
That's slavery.
That's slavery. But that's why the new president, I mean, all the shit that a lot of the comics that we've had on have talked about him. he's building his own refineries.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure America don't like that shit. Or
Fuck 'em.
the powers that be, you know? Because Mexico got a shitload of petroleum. Dude, all of Mexico, Venezuela, they don't like Venezuela. They don't like any country they don't like is because there's shit they want. If the U.S. don't fuck with you, it's because you ain't got shit they want. Once they find out you got shit they want, then that's when wars start and all this bullshit.
Read this book called Confessions of an Economic Hitman.
Confessions.
They have an audio book.
Write that down.
If you don't want to read it. And here it is. You got people who, like, literally an economic hitman who literally started covert wars, and he's talking about a lot of the unrest he started in Panama, in Venezuela, in Costa Rica, in Mexico, all throughout Central America, and also all throughout the Middle East. When the United States came in and wanted something, he talks about how it was his job to undermine those governments when they didn't do what the United States wanted, to get the people against them.
What was his name?
What's the name of the guy?
Do you remember the name? Because I think I heard of this dude.
Confessions of an Economic Hitman. I'm about to pull a book up right now and let you know.
See, I'm going to type that up right here because I got to get that.
It's John Perkins.
Damn, that sounds familiar, dude. Confessions of
And you be like, oh, shit. He goes into, like, the Nicaraguan scandal, the Contra scandal, and how he was a part of that and how he did it. Like, whoa, shit. Good book.
Damn. Gordo, have you ever heard of anybody involved with scandals like that?
Which ones?
So like some kind of scandal, like near your neighborhood that you grew up with? You ever been close to anybody? Because I have friends. I have friends that did shit.
My dad.
Your dad, for real? For real?
That fool's in a book right here in Salinas, bro.
What?
I don't even know what the book's called. Everybody always, hey, like, hey, your dad's in a book because he was involved with the Nuestra Familia. I'm like, fuck, bro.
Because he wasn't involved?
Oh, because he was.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. I never asked him.
That's crazy. Hey,
that's what's up.
Hey, up north, do they ever send out orders onto the street, and think cause problems between Latinos and black people and all that?
This is the thing I was telling him, because everybody was hitting me up like, hey, what do you think about the paletero getting beat up by the black dudes? I'm like, bro, it's different down south over here and up here. Like, I feel like it's a little bit more respect up here, you know? Like, we kind of, I guess, like Latinos and blacks get a little bit along better up here.
But it's not just like random black people or whatever, or random Latinos, bro. It's fucking young, ignorant kids.
No, man. But it's the same thing. There's Latinos doing the same thing to our Latinos, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There was an ice cream man that would always come by my shop every single day when I had the shop every day, every day. And he would tell me, bro, hey, me robaron ayer. They robbed me yesterday, because he was kind of beat up. And then he would have passed by like, yeah, they always take 20 from me, 30 from me. Like, they would, but he would still go down that road. I don't know why, but he would still go down that road, bro.
The paletero man is gangster, bro. Yeah. The paletero man is gangster. Those motherfuckers go into any neighborhood. They know it's rough. They know it's dangerous, and they still walk down that fucking
road. It's hot outside.
Because hunger is a motherfucker, bro.
Hey, bro,
hunger is a motherfucker. That's why they do it.
To a paletero, bro, they're the fucking most loyal fucking paleteros, bro. They're like, those people are so humble, bro. They just sell you the ice cream. They're nice. There's one by my house, though. I know that fool be slanging too right there, though. He's at the park, fool. He has one leg. He has one leg. His van don't move. That fool's always there. Crackhead's always passing by. I know that fool's slanging, though. Selling that dry ice.
You like, look, this is what I tell people when it comes to black and Latino, who we are when the Europeans not between us. Los Angeles was founded by 44 people from Mexico. 13 of them were Afro-Latino. 13 of them were Afro-Latino. That's who we are when these motherfuckers aren't between us.
Yeah.
Founding cities and doing shit like that together. That's who we are. We got to look at the ghetto is a created condition. Like, I don't ever get into the Latino crime, black on black crime, because as long as you have a ghetto, you're going to have crime. That's the end result. You got to go back to the beginning of the well if you want to know if the water is poisoned or not.
It's all systematic.
It's a system thing. And you look at when you look at the United States, I always encourage my Latin brothers and sisters to study this country in the early 1900s. In the early 1900s, you had a lot of what's going on right now. Why? Because after the Immigration Act of 1882, that's when they started dumping all of Europe's prisons. They started letting all the German, Irish, Polish, Dutch eat. They started letting everybody over here in America from 1881 till about 1935 was very gangster. That's where you get all those gangster movies. That's where you get Bonnie and Clyde, people with fucking Tommy guns shooting up a whole goddamn when poor had happened when
legit Wild West.
Yeah, when alcohol was illegal and people had to make money on the underground economy because they weren't included in the economy. America was getting fucked up. Watch Gangs in New York. This was white people.
Dude, check out
they
that
were
YouTube
way
channel.
more violent than we are right now.
Yeah.
What happened was when America said, okay, we're going to reclassify you Greeks, Italians, from Anglos to white. And now you get the benefits of white people. Basically, that's when they had the whole urban renewal thing. And everybody that now that you consider white, you can build Levittown, Pennsylvania, and these places full of resources. Because guess what happens when people have resources? They don't shoot each other.
Yeah.
But when you ain't got shit, and on top of that, it's not even the grown people shooting, it's the kids, like you said.
Yeah.
It's 14-year-olds before they're smart enough to see what's going on. It's 15-year-olds. It ain't fucking 30-year-olds out there shooting each other.
Oh, and I was gonna say that it's easy to label it a fucking brown black thing because the obvious races of each or the exterior of each, but the reality is those kids fuck with who they deem to be weak. They don't go fuck with a strong motherfucker. So it could have been a black guy selling paletas or incense. You see those a couple brothers that be selling incense. They'll fuck with him. They'll go fuck with him and take his shit.
Lions don't even fuck with strong lions.
No.
Lions don't even fuck with strong gazelles. They go for the weak.
Let me jump in real quick.
Find.
Yo, I just want to say my favorite paletero, the ice cream truck guy I go to, when it's Girl Scout cookie season, I get my caramel delights and tell him to mix it in with the soft serve. He's like, I'll hook you up. Because I'll be having because he doesn't have the Thin Mints or all that shit. So that's what hooks
What does he
up
put in it? What does he put in it?
I have my Girl Scout cookies and I tell him, can you mix in the caramel delights or the Thin Mints or the?
I'm gonna try that shit next January when I was Girl Scout. I'm gonna try that shit, man.
Because he usually has Oreo, butter. Was it peanut butter Reese's peanut butter cup, M&Ms,
Thin Mints.
Yeah, the Thin Mint one tastes good.
What are the Kona Luau or what are they called? Mona
Caramel
Luau?
Delights.
Those,
Samoas.
Hawaiian? No,
The Samoas. The purple box.
Samoas. Yeah, those are good.
I like the peanut butter ones.
The peanut butter ones are good too. Yeah, that was good. But
Nothing
they don't
wrong
have. I'm telling you, they don't have Thin Mint or they don't have lemon bar. Or...
Yeah, dude. What the fuck, man? We just went off into some other shit right
Say
there.
No, because they're talking about paletero, man.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. But I'm like, fuck. Like you caught me.
I wanted to jump in. I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
No, you caught me. Shit, you made me think about ice cream now. I haven't had ice cream in a while, dude. I've been trying to.
Yo, I'm lactose gang, dude.
And all that. Yeah, ice cream fucks me up too.
Yeah, ice cream lady since fucking quarantine happened passes by 4 times a day, bro. Like, fuck, lady.
I know,
every time to hear.
I'm pissed off. I'm like, in the last 2 or 3 years, I got lactose. I used to be able to eat a gallon of ice cream and be good.
Nah, hell no. I dare you to eat half a pizza.
Yeah, 2 scoops of ice cream. Watch out. I'm about to fart and shit.
Dude, pizza fucks you up, bro. I'm 45 years old, dog. Pizza, ice cream, milk,
hell nah.
Regular
Cannolis.
Fucking milk. And I love milk. I love a glass of cold milk. I love it. I could just get up at night, pour me a glass of milk cold, and
I almost
can't do it.
I was grocery shopping today, and they had the Crunch Berry only cereal. And I was about to get that shit, but then I said, no.
What's it look like?
Milk with this, and that milk gonna fuck
Captain
me up.
Captain Crunch Berry.
Yeah, but it was the Crunch Berries only. But then I thought about
the Crunch Berries only. It's only red. And, only the
it's
little
only
red
sugar.
Only, but it was like I'm gonna have to drink milk, and that milk gonna fuck me up. So I had to put it back.
You gotta get almond milk.
Dude, you really didn't get it?
It's just they don't taste the same.
I tried almond milk, but
it's good cold.
Get oat milk.
I got that too, but it's not.
I tried that.
And you didn't like lactic milk?
rice milk. I've tried rice milk. Lactate. No, lactate ain't bad. Lactate milk.
Well, then, dude, we just lactose gang food. That's it. We got to represent.
Like I tried almond milk, but I couldn't find the almond titty. So in my mind, I couldn't get past that. It's a mental thing.
They milk them like this, bro.
It's a girl. It's a lady with almond nipples. It's a lady that got almond-looking nipples. Like shit out of her tits. Hey, Gordo, those videos you be putting up, where do you find those cars, bro?
Hey, bro, people be getting hella mad.
This guy puts videos, and he finds people selling cars like on a classified, and then
offer up,
and then he puts a video of
how much? $3? $3? Yeah, we'll talk about it.
The one that was funny. The one that was funny was the pickup truck for $100, but then he had like a bunch of fireworks underneath it, like laid out there. So it gives you the illusion that he's selling the pickup truck for $100, but he's selling the fucking fireworks. And you were like, motherfucker, you think people don't know you're selling fireworks, dog? What the
Everybody's
fuck?
like, you're dry. Everyone's like, you're dry snitching, bro. You're dry snitching.
When they were selling cocaine, they're like, hey, yo, let me get 5 white teas.
Yeah.
5 white teas. Yeah. 5. What do you want 5 white teas at 2 a.m. for?
It all started with, I was really just looking at trucks on the Facebook market. I'm like, let me see what they're going for. 1995 Chevy Silverado, $6,000, bro.
$6,000?
Yeah.
But that's not. Is it too much or what?
Yeah, 95 Silverado.
I don't know. Some people keep it in cherry condition.
That's 25 years.
I got a 64 El Camino I'm working on right now.
Okay, see, that's worth money though. Not a fucking 90.
Not 95.
They got popular because they're calling the square body, so everybody's like, "Oh, they're fucking coming back, bro."
Because it's a square body.
I just sold something on offer up, so I'm like, "Oh damn, this thing really works. This Gary V shit really works."
You said Gary V.
What'd you sell?
A Vibe magazine for $3.
Dildo?
The fuck, a Vibe magazine?
Yeah.
Hey,
and then he told me, do you have other stuff like this? I was like, yeah, if you want to check it out. Like I told him, dude, check out my posts. He's like, oh, I just want to see what else you have.
Hold on. What year was this Vibe magazine?
2006.
How? Like, who's on the cover?
J-Lo.
Who the fuck won that?
This guy wants it for $3. So
damn, I got some Playboys I could get rid of.
I'm glad you sold it, but I'm thinking like Vibe magazine.
No, but I sold more than that because I had like this Jay-Z one, this Kanye West one. I was like, dude, give me $3 for that.
Wait a minute. So when you sell it for $3, how much do you pay for postage and handling though?
Nothing. Because I tell him, meet me right here at the park.
You meet up because it's on Let Go.
Remember that kind of like.
Oh, Let Go. Does that work too?
Let it go. Let it go.
Ship it out. My buddy lives here in Salinas. He has the biggest collection of hip hop magazines in the world, bro. Like, and the whole.
Nice.
They even hit him up when they made the freaking the NWA movie because they wanted to see pictures of their houses and shit. Yeah, this fool has they had took his whole collection to somewhere in LA and they archived it.
Nice.
Damn,
that's what's up.
Yeah, this fool has all kinds of.
You get money for that? Do you get money for that?
Yeah, he got paid for it.
Or do they just say, "Hey, man, look, we're gonna put your name on it"? Some bullshit, like that.
Stats. He has like concert T-shirts.
Like this is this is the Chato library. Like what the fuck they put it?
Not good because people are into that.
He's Mexican and Japanese or something like that.
Holy shit!
Oh, he likes a bigger woman.
You're stupid, dude. Oh, dude, but it's interesting. It's hey. It's interesting that these fucking apps have come about and you could just sell all the shit, man. So the Gary V shit does work, huh?
I got up and I sold something.
But do you think you could have sold it for more money? Because if the guy just fucking swooped it,
dude, I made more than $3.
I'm just saying,
at least 30.
You could have. No, I made $20.
You could have sold it online for at least.
I made $20. He got the Tupac, Biggie, Jam Master Jay Vibe magazine. He got some other shit. I gave him like 10
back in the days.
Oh, the subscription was like $14 a year.
Okay.
Now, what if he would have robbed you?
I was in front of the church.
They don't give a fuck about a church. I almost got stabbed in front of a church once. Some motherfucker tried to stab me.
I made $20. I bought my cheeseburger special.
I was 15 years old, and some dude tried to stab me with a screwdriver in front of on church property.
A flathead?
I believe that.
Flathead or a...
What church did you go to, Cisco?
No, it was in my church. I was walking by the church. It was a Catholic church. Listen, so this is 1989. I was playing varsity baseball.
Everybody was getting stabbed in 89. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I was playing varsity baseball, and I had my Lock High School jersey on. I played varsity baseball at Lock High School. I wasn't even in fucking Watts. I wasn't even near Lock. And the motherfucker wanted my jersey. I'm like, I'm not giving you my fucking jersey. You don't even play for the team. Like, how the fuck are you going to wear my jersey?
Don't try to rationalize with me.
I'm like, I earned this motherfucker. And he swung a screwdriver at me. He missed.
Ooh.
And then, but stupid as shit. I knew who they were. The fucking dumbest shit. I knew who they were. They left. So it was like 3 of them. It was 3 of them. And I told my cousin, who's bigger, stronger than me, and my cousin said, oh, I know that motherfucker. And he fucking slammed his ass against the wall in front of his girlfriend, mind you, and told him, oh, you like fucking with you like jumping people when they're alone? Oh, it's because your cousin, and he said I was from some tagging crew, which fucking, I was never a tagger. I've never fucking done none of that shit. He tried to accuse me of being from, so my cousin told him, oh yeah? Which tagging crew is he from? My cousin's not from no fucking tagging crew. Oh, well, so-and-so told me. And my cousin told him, yeah? Well, tell so-and-so I'm from that tagging crew, and what the fuck is he gonna do about it? And fucking that was it. They left me alone. In fact, I saw one of the motherfuckers one time walking towards me. He saw me, turned around, and ran away. But I was a little dude, bro. I was only like 5 feet 1 inch tall. I was 15.
Oh, damn.
I was little. At 15.
I mean, the streets don't live nobody.
I stretched out like my son just stretched out. I stretched out in a year. I went from like 5'1" to 5'7", 5'8" to 5'8" in 1 year. So that's how I stayed at 5'8", man.
Was it a flat screwdriver or was it a Phillips?
I don't even fucking know. I didn't want to get stabbed.
Metric.
He missed me. He missed me, but yeah, like shit like that. That's what I was talking about earlier, Dwann, that, you know, I got fucking hit up more by Latino guys. Those fucking all 3 of them were Latinos and trying to stab my ass for a high school baseball jersey. It's like,
I almost got tased for some trick-or-treating candy. The guy wanted
Really?
candy.
Trick-or-treating candy.
How old were you?
You trying to do some bag snatching or what?
How old were you, man?
I was like probably like 11, 12. Like probably my first time going trick-or-treating on my own. I had a whole pillowcase full. And we were sitting down taking a break.
Yeah, man. You can't be trick-or-treating by yourself.
Some guy had a taser. He's like, hey, give me all your candy. I'm like, no. He's like, give me all your candy. I'm like, no. Fucking
yeah, you would. Looking at you, I know you'd fight for your candy.
He was
I
trying to
got tased for that candy.
I believe it.
Damn. So he tried to tase you. So he was trying to bag snatch?
Yeah, but for some reason, like there was nobody walking down that street.
Motherfuckers used to bag snatch when I was fucking younger, bro. Run right by you.
That happened a lot.
They just swipe the shit from you.
Halloween fell on a weekend. Me and ghetto boys are trick-or-treating.
Robbing little kids
for bags.
Yeah. You never had that? Nobody ever tried it, Dwann?
Hell no. I was always big. I was the biggest person in my house by the time I was in 6th grade.
Oh, no shit.
Like my dad 5'7", my mom 5'6", my brother's 5'7", my sister's 5'6", and then I was wearing my dad's clothes by the time I got to middle school.
No shit.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I didn't really got fucked with like that. I've always kind of been big, and yeah, I don't really have many stories.
Oh, it's crazy. Me neither. The only thing was like the kids in my neighborhood would go to the nicer neighborhoods to get candy and shit. Supposedly you got better shit over there.
I don't have any Halloween story because I was raised in church and my mom was like, look, that's the devil's holiday. You can't go trick-or-treating and shit. And I remember being mad.
My wife says that.
When Halloween came, huh?
My wife says that. She doesn't want my kids trick-or-treating.
Yeah, my mom wouldn't let me trick-or-treat. And I remember I used to go to this thing called Hallelujah Night because that's what the church had. And I had to be Moses for Halloween. And then I'm Moses for Halloween. And the kid that come dressed as Spider-Man won a gospel Halloween costume. I'm like, how Spider-Man win? And I came as Moses I had a sheet and a big ass stick. And I put like, man, fuck y'all, church.
I know you guys are phony. You guys are phony. Hey, so you were talking earlier how you transform. So are you still Christian? Are you no longer Christian? What happened?
I don't fuck with the church. Like I played the drums in church. I take back. I still will play the drums in church for the right amount of money because that's a whole circuit that people don't understand. It pays well, being a church musician, and so it's the only thing I can do. I can get paid $200 for 30 minutes of work like that. You know what I mean, and be out.
But the pastors, everything they always portray them as crooked in TV shows.
They are.
They're like hitting on the women, money hungry. Like is that true? Is that real shit?
Not all of them, but put it like this: not all of them, but it's like the cops. Not all of them do it, but everyone is being quiet. Y'all not calling out the ones who do it.
Yeah,
so
the system's fucked up, but
have you seen
not all of them.
Have you seen that show Greenleaf?
No. Yeah.
What is that?
That's the whole thing, bro.
What is that on? What is that on?
It's on Oprah Network.
It's on Oprah.
Oprah Network.
It's on OWN.
I fucking hate that channel.
No, so what's the show about?
It's about church, just hella crookedness and crazy, just fucking cheating each other
and that's what turned my eyes onto it because I was raised in church and so I believed everything they taught me. But when you play the drums there and like I started playing at other churches, you see things from behind.
Yeah. And
then I just went ahead and just studied what religion is and where it comes from. And then once you
truly study religion to get them going,
like, oh, this is some bullshit.
Well, I've always said that religion was used to control the masses, bro. It's all. I mean, that's not an original thought. I'm sure, like many people have thought that. But when I like I said, when you open your eyes, when you start looking past the bullshit, and you start seeing what governments are about, what religions are about, and you say, "Fuck, they're all in this shit together. They're all about that money." Why is the Vatican like the richest city in the fucking world or the richest country?
Because the Catholic religion is a bank. It's not a religion. Like they get all that cash.
They own Bank of America. Did you see the post I put up today about the Christian church?
I saw some about that. So Bank of America is owned by the Vatican?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, the Catholic Church owns Bank of America, and they charge more fees than everybody else. Go figure.
They charged me $5 for a service fee for my fucking savings.
Yeah, that's right. You better pay.
Well, thank the Lord.
I went to this church one time. They said, if you want us to pray for you, fill out this card on the back and leave your donation, and we'll pray for you. Like,
cool.
Why I gotta pay you to pray for me, dog?
They told my wife that at a Christian church that I took her to, because I went there when I was younger, and then I say, let's go to church, whatever. And then I was like, after a while, I was like,
whatever.
I just needed a reminder why I didn't go to church, And then I said, yeah, I'm not going. And I told her, look, man, I'm not going anymore. I'm sorry I took you. You could keep going if you want, but I'm not going. So she got turned off because because she asked for them to pray for somebody who was sick, and they told her about a fucking donation, and she was like, fuck that. She goes, fuck that church. I'm not going back over there. I said, I told you.
Like, why? Here's what I say about church. Why is the Queen of England the owner of Arco Gas and the head of the Angles of the Protestant Church?
Oh, don't tell me she owns Arco Gas, dog.
Yeah, BP, British Petroleum.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's the Queen and the Bushes. Anything BP. Arco is a BP company.
I'm about to buy a bunch of
but damn, which gas company do we go to? Because they're probably all owned by somebody.
They all are. But the Queen, like when it comes to religion, look, when it comes to Spain, like it was the Vatican that commissioned slavery, and there was the Vatican that told Spain and Portugal to come to the Americas and enslave the natives of those lands. That shit was by the church, and that's why everybody in the Americas, in Mexico and Central America, have Christian names because the Catholic Church said to go do that shit.
There's more Jesuses in Latin America than anywhere else.
Yeah, that was the Catholic Church that Pope Gregory that did that shit. And so when you look at that, and then you combine it with the fact that the reason why the British came up with the Protestant Church, that's the protest. They were protesting the Vatican giving all of the stuff to Spain and Portugal, and they created that church and started the Crusades to get back at the Muslims and shit. So all this shit
they're pushing
for political
Christianity.
reasons. because European was tribal before that. Europe was tribal. You had the barbarians, you had the Visigoths, the Vandals, the Huns, and all they did was kill each other. It wasn't until the Christian thing came around that they united under Christianity.
The Roman Empire.
Start killing the rest of the world.
Was it the Roman Empire?
That's something that people got to consider.
The Roman Empire, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, because actually what happened, the Roman Empire wasn't even Christian.
No.
They went back. When the Roman Empire fell, they went back and then started talking about Christianity. Because remember, the Romans were the ones that killed Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, they
were. They kind of went back and rewrote the history a certain way, but the Catholic Church is in Rome. You know, the Vatican City, that's Rome. And so, you know, they're the ones who they got their shit back together, because between the years 600 and the years 1100, the Muslims was taking over all this shit. They were controlling Spain, the Middle East, and the church was like, fuck this shit. These Muslims is taking over every goddamn thing. That's when they put that shit together. And so, again, when we see these wars right now in the Middle East, these ain't no new wars between the Christians and the Muslims. This shit go back like 1,500 years.
And the books are almost the same, because I had some of the kids I coach are Muslims. And the shit I think the story split in Abraham.
Yeah, they say the same shit for the most part. And then the Muslims be like, okay, Muhammad is our nigga and Jesus is y'all nigga. That's the only difference. And it's written in Arabic.
Yeah.
And then, but what really tripped me out is why Jews and Muslims don't get along, because the Jewish faith and the Muslim faith are basically the same thing.
Yeah.
They even like goddamn almost had the same words.
Yep, they're kosher. They're both kosher and halal. One's halal, one's kosher. They don't eat swine. They have to bleed their animals a certain way to eat it.
They all have words that go. You don't have no fucking words that go.
That's because they write right to left, bro. Fucking, it's all backwards and shit. So it just sounds like that. Honestly.
I don't know what the fuck they saying. There's no goddamn words in Spanish where you.
Hey, what'd you think? You guys ever watch that movie, The Zeitgeist?
I heard about it.
You never see it? It's on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube. It might be on Netflix. I don't know. But The Zeitgeist basically was talking about dude, it's pretty good. It's a conspiracy movie, but it talks about the money and the central banks. And then it talks about religion and how the story of Jesus has been told many times using different figures. Like Hare Krishna, or Krishna is a story like Jesus Christ, born of a virgin mother. And it says that all that shit comes from the astrology.
Yeah, the astrological stories.
The 3 stars line up. Those are the 3 kings. They're in December, January.
The three pyramids at Giza, at the spring equinox, they all line up with the belt of Orion.
Okay.
And that tells you, okay, today's the first day of spring. And then even like the Jesus story, when you go back to ancient Kemet, which predates Egypt, where it is, and going back to Kush, which predates Kemet, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000 years ago, the story of Asar, Aset, and Heru. That was a holy trinity, man, woman, child. Damn. And Heru was also...
Is that the Egyptians?
Yeah, that's the Egyptians. But they got that from Kush, which predated Egypt. And you got the Asar, Aset, Heru. And then those are the same 3 people that one was... Like, Heru was Jesus, but Asar, the dad, is also Zeus in Greek mythology.
Yeah, and then they changed it. They changed the figure to a white guy. Yeah, I just saw that the other day. He was darker before, and then they made him white.
And if you want to know the particular monarch that brought him up was Akhenaten. Akhenaten was a person that really brought the monotheism into a thing before people have different gods. And Akhenaten is King Tut's granddad.
Damn.
I mean, King Tut's dad. And, and people don't, like, they talk about King Tut, but they don't talk about Akhenaten. And Sigmund Freud, the person that got that Freudian slip book, Sigmund Freud, he wrote a book right before he died explaining how Akhenaten was Moses and how they took the story of Akhenaten and made a story around it and turned it into Moses. And he had all kinds of documents. And they like, okay, he crazy. Then he died. He was out of here.
Freud?
They still love Sigmund Freud, but they never talk about that book.
Yeah. Well, dude, I've been researching some stuff on YouTube, And I always see that like the book of Thomas, they took it out of the Bible, and there was another book. There's 2 books that they just took out.
It's hundreds of them, literally. Like,
yeah,
you name the language, that's the story. Because, like, again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, the people of the earth, Mexicans, Black people, Panamanians, Africans. If you're from the earth, you had a spiritual system that related to your environment. If you're from the tropics, you express your religion this way. If you're from the ocean, from the beach, you express your religion that way versus the plains. Where you live determines how you express what you do. There was a commonality, so these stories were shared. That they didn't look at them as exclusive stories, as my story. They looked at it as, this is the way I tell a story, but because you're from a different climate, a different part of the world, you tell the same story, but in a way that makes sense to you. That's really all it is.
Damn. That's fucking, it's crazy, dude. It's like history, history is fucking fascinating, man. It's really fascinating. And it's I mean, sometimes you read things that are contradicting and you're like, fuck. And they both sound like fucking, like they both sound credible. But then there's always that one little fucking flaw, man. That one little flaw, you're like, this guy's full of shit. Like, this one little thing he said right here just destroyed everything he said in the last 8 chapters. Like
it takes a hint of truth to bullshit you all the way.
Yeah.
You can't all the way bullshit somebody. You got to give them truth. Like, I went to this one church I visited, and this motherfucker had 4 fucking offerings. And on the 4th offering, you know what this asshole said?
What?
He told this whole story about having to go to Nigeria for a gospel conference, and he's like, well, the man of the Lord needs the man of God in Ghana. Nigeria. I was like, well, can't the Lord speak through a motherfucker in Nigeria? Why he got to fly your sorry ass over there? And this dude was talking all this shit about how tough the flight was, and we had a delayed flight. And then he said, that's why, congregation, you need to give the man of God and donate so I can get my own private jet.
He's probably over there.
My own private jet. I could have gotten to Nigeria and back in the week. And I'm like, and these motherfuckers gave money.
Damn.
Yeah. They're down a ride.
He's probably over there banging fucking hot Nigerian women. There's some hot ass Nigerian women, bro. I was talking about this with my boy Raw the other day, that one time I did a comedy show for a Nigerian convention, and I swear if there was one ugly chick in there, I didn't see her. They were all
over at LAX.
Yes, at the Sheraton.
Yep, I know exactly what show I did.
Dwann
that show before.
Dwann knows.
They do like every August or some shit like that.
Yeah, man. I didn't see one ugly broad, bro. Not one. So I was just like, fuck. I was telling Raw D. He was in the movie Cool Runnings. He played Junior. Yeah, he was on the show. He was on the show on Sunday. He came on the podcast. That's the homie right there. And I was telling him, because he travels and he goes and does comedy like Europe and all over and shit.
Dude, he put me on to Davito, and I was listening to the Tiana Taylor album today, and Davito's on it. And I was like, what the heck? Rob was just talking about this fool. He's a Nigerian artist, and dude, he got mad hits on YouTube.
Does he? So that was his name, Davito. Fuck, I forgot.
Yeah, dude. Check that out.
I gotta check that out. I like that fucking music. All right, man. Well, gentlemen.
We ending already, man. I got some shit to talk about. We talking about the past and everything. Can we make some predictions? Can we talk about the future? Can we talk about this?
I don't know if the NBA is gonna happen, man.
It's happening. So,
the Clippers just
you watch basketball?
The Clippers just canceled
really been watching it.
What are you into?
The Clippers just canceled all their practices because somebody got COVID. Yeah, yesterday.
That team did, but they're still practicing.
They shut down yesterday because somebody.
The floors are already set in Orlando.
And Chicago. I heard they're gonna have some in Chicago now, a bubble.
Yeah, they had that Chicago shit. I want the Drew League to happen. Fuck all this, man. I missed the Drew League.
No, we gotta pick and choose, man.
You gotta invite me to the Drew League, man. I've never been.
Next year, show up. No Drew League this year, so hopefully next summer.
The guy that does security at the school that I coach at, he's the announcer at the Drew League.
Oh yeah, he's funny as hell.
George, his name is George.
He's funny as hell.
Yeah, he went to Fremont. He's from he went to Jefferson. He's supposed to go to Fremont.
Like if someone gets dunked on, he's on that mic like, oh shit, pointing at him. You got shitted on.
Does he?
Yeah, he's like if you get dunked on, and he like one dude that got dunked on last year, and he went back in on the next time he made a shot. He's like, oh shit, the guy that got shitted on just made a jump shot. We didn't forget you getting dunked on though. And
damn, I didn't know he did that shit. That's funny.
Hey, the Drew League is fun, man.
You know AD, comedian AD?
Yeah, AD McCovey, yeah.
Yeah, McCovey. So he's friends with all of them. So he's known them forever.
Yeah.
AD's played in the Drew League before. He was telling me, he said he said he played a long time ago. Or he played, I don't know when.
You see all the most of the pros like live in LA during the off season. And they come and like I was looking at my Facebook memories, and it was like this day last year, Trae Young.
This, but you stay on Facebook.
But I heard they're moving it from King Drew.
To where?
To I want to say
they're not doing the period
or some shit.
Well, I know they would do this. They would do the playoffs at Southwest.
Okay.
There'd be too many people.
But yeah,
they
do
that,
you don't like basketball, Gordo?
It's all right.
You're not a sports guy?
Football? Football. I watch hockey.
I know you played football, so I figured you played it's something. You watch.
Well, I kind of like. I think over the years, kind of like sports, kind of just like.
You're like, I'm about money.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you right there.
Watch a bunch of overpaid people.
Sports like where I used to be.
I'm the same way.
I'd be like, fuck sports.
Yeah, I think you get older and you're like, when
my favorite athlete's a crackhead. No.
Daryl Strawberry, what are you doing? Where are you?
He was my favorite. He was a Dodger.
I used to collect
Crenshaw High. Hey, I used to think like the way they made Crenshaw sound and all that shit. And then I went to Crenshaw High School one time for an event. I went and saw I saw the original Black Mamba, D'Anthony Thomas.
I remember him.
They called him the Black Mamba before. I think Kobe called himself the Black Mamba. I want to say, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Kobe called himself.
Fuck it, facts don't matter.
Kobe was the Black Mamba after that rape case in 2003.
That's hilarious. Dude, it's hilarious you bring up that fact until after the rape case.
Well, that's when he came up with the whole Black Mamba thing after that. Yep. He was redefining himself.
And he changed to number 24. He's like, I got to rebrand.
You got to rebrand, baby.
So I went to a Crenshaw High School game. Fuck that. Crenshaw High School is like in the middle of a fucking nice-ass neighborhood, bro.
Back then it wasn't.
Back then it wasn't? That's a nice neighborhood.
It is a nice neighborhood. The houses are big.
It's better now.
But then they make them duplexes.
Let me tell you something. Remember
their houses?
It's like the 60s being like the most notorious gang in L.A.?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, that was a neighborhood they earned their reputation in.
Really?
Yeah.
But those are all like...
It's a lot of palm trees, but don't let the palm trees... Yeah.
But there's like a lot of single-family homes, like nice.
Yeah. Oh, but that right there, it's better now. But like that area was cracking like hard up until maybe like 2012.
Nobody heard that?
Yeah, I heard that shit. That shit was loud as fuck.
So I get a point.
This guy.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, I was like,
not you, but you heard mine. That's why I said I didn't hear that. I heard mine, so I got a point.
But yeah, dude, I went over there and I thought, this is a fucking nice neighborhood, man. Like the houses are nice. The houses.
They are. Oh no, up the hill, yes,
Baldwin
very
Hills,
nice up the hill.
That's Baldwin Hills, all right.
Yeah, up the hill, nice. But on the east side of Crenshaw, hell no, not back then.
Oh, okay, I didn't go on the east side because Crenshaw High School is on the west side.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry if you Crenshaw Boulevard. If you're east of Crenshaw Boulevard, that wasn't shit. Now once you cross Crenshaw Boulevard and went west, then the neighborhood significantly.
Isn't that where the high school is though? On the west side of
No, the high school is actually where it's fucked up.
It's like past freaking.
When you cross Crenshaw's where no, I can see you thinking that because the houses do look nice. They do. But
if I'm on the 10 east and I exit Crenshaw, if I make a left.
Now hold on. Now if you told me where Dorsey's at, it's fucked up, then I would believe you because right across the street, right around the corner,
those apartments,
the jungles. Yeah. Oh my God.
I grew up when my house I grew up in. I can see Dorsey out my bedroom window.
No shit.
It was literally that was we lived in the houses, and the houses were cool, but those apartments had shootings 2 or 3 times a day. I told you we had drive-bys on our house because next door to us somebody was in it. But you go 1 block over where the houses are, it wouldn't be shit.
Yeah, because you have to go up the hill.
Across the street, you in the jungles, you in them apartments, and
that's what they made Training Day, right?
Yep.
Right by Hillcrest.
I wonder how the fuck they got permission to go in there and shoot that shit.
They paid.
That's where I smoke out so many times before this pandemic. There's that little where they killed that guy Roger in the movie. That Teardrop Park.
Yeah. Where's that?
It's by Koreatown. Oh, Celito Lindo, Placito Olvera part, but it's more like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Roger.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, the one where
I heard that.
Okay, that's two.
The one where he socked Dr. Dre, Ethan Hawke punched Dr. Dre. Yeah. Did you ever see Training Day? You ever see Training Day, Gordo?
I've seen it.
What's your favorite part from there?
When that fool gives him the drugs and they're all delusional.
I know you like to get wet. When he says, I know you like to get wet.
Yo, I've never done that shit.
That shit was a Sherm. Dude, I remember I had a friend in high school, and he was a blood from a big notorious blood gang, and he used to carry on these little tubes, and he says, oh, I sell this shit. That's Sherm. I'm like, the fuck is Sherm? So he says, like PCP. Like, that's like elephant tranquilizer or some shit. And they used to dip their fucking cools in it and then smoke it.
Damn, that's dirty.
They called it a super cool or some shit.
Super cool.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to be that super motherfucker. I'm good. Shit.
Fuck that.
I never fucked with none of that shit. Never in my life. Angel dust. You don't even hear about angel dust no more. Remember when we were younger, they used to hear angel dust, fucking PCP. People don't even fuck. That's weak shit now.
Julian, have you ever seen the show called dang it, what's it called? South Central? No.
Snowfall.
No, Snowfall.
Have you seen? You gotta watch that.
That's the Freeway Rick story.
You guys watch too many shows, bro.
Freeway Rick. It's about Freeway Rick, dog.
He knows fucked up. He didn't even get paid for it.
Oh, Freeway Rick?
That is.
Yeah, I saw him on Vlad TV. He was like consultant.
Oh, shout out to
They came
DJ
in,
Vlad.
took his whole story, and he told them all this shit, and they created to put it on TV. Harvey Levin. He said, "Yep, took it, put it on TV, and he never got one dime from it."
Damn. What if something accidentally happened to Harvey Levin?
He's a lawyer. He's good.
But what if something accidentally happened to him?
I don't know.
Hey, they probably try to blame him.
I mean, fuck, they blamed him once, right? For a lot of shit. They blamed him for shit he didn't even do. They put all the shit on him.
Dude, well, if he puts information out before the family or before like the legal process, like you're liable.
I'm talking about Ricky Ross. Didn't he take the fucking blame for everything for the government?
Yeah, he had him, and how he got out of jail, it was because he found out that the person that he was getting his drug to the person he was getting his drugs through was a dude named Danilo Glandon. And then he found out that Glandon was actually an informant for the FBI. And so he said he found out because he didn't know how to read when he went to jail. He learned how to read. And then once he learned how to read, he went and read law books. And he found out that a person with a felony or a government informant can't testify. And so he found that out. And that's how he ended up, when he got his appeal, that's how he ended up getting out.
Ooh, damn.
So that guy, they had that guy testify?
No, yeah, they had Glandon testify against him, but that dude was an informant for the FBI.
Damn, I've never been to jail, man. I've never been to jail, not even for a day or nothing. Any of you guys been in jail? Gordo, you ever been in jail? I saw my dad in jail. I mean, fuck, that's about it. Like I used to go.
I've seen uncles in prison.
When I was a little kid, I'd go visit my dad. Stopped his jail shit when I was probably 6, 7 years old. But I remember going to visit him behind the glass. And then I remember visiting him. There used to be a jail in San Pedro. And I forgot what it was called. Or Terminal Island maybe or somewhere over there.
Terminal Island.
But so over there, you could visit them and you could actually go out to a little picnic area. You didn't have to see them. You didn't have to see them behind glass. You could go chill and shit and hang out park benches and all that.
Oh, wow.
I used to work at the group home. I took this mom to go visit her son that was locked up somewhere off the 15 or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's
Wayside.
No.
By Magic Mountain?
No,
past that, and then you make a right.
No, he's talking
freeway.
No, he's talking about. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Tehachapi.
Yeah, and so we get there, and then the mom is sneaking him McDonald's cheeseburgers.
And how did she sneak them in?
She put it in her bra. And then I was talking to him, hey, I was telling him, I was like, hey, how you doing? It's like, oh, I'm doing good. And I was like, well, I just brought your mom, so you guys can have your visits. All right, cool. So they were having their visit, and it's like, mamá, ¿me trajiste las hamburguesas? It's like, she started taking one. It's like, oh, only one? He's like, I got more. Eat that one first. And so he started eating one, and then he gave him another one.
Shit? They don't see him?
Well, she like snuck him in because like I knew she was, because when I was driving, she's like, can you stop by McDonald's? I was like, you're hungry? She's like, I want to give him some food. I was like, oh, lady, you're going to get us in trouble. It's like, it's only food. I'm like, dang, I didn't make a big deal about it. And so like my client, like, he's a big dude. So he showed up, and everyone else in the visit, because they had a picnic area like that too, was looking at them, like sneaking the food to him while he was eating it. So it was just funny, like watching it.
You ever, hey, Gordo, you ever cheat when you were in the military, like on your diet over there that they had you guys on?
They didn't even have you on diet, bro. You can do whatever you want.
Really?
I know my dad when he was in jail right here in Salinas.
Yeah.
And he was out on the weekends working. My mom would go take him burritos.
Okay, that shit tastes like fucking heaven, I bet, when you're fucking in there.
Oh, man, homemade.
Like, no, but thank God, dude. Like, man, there's been times. Look, man, I ain't even gonna lie. I've never had. I've probably had one bad experience with police. But I mean, I've gotten tickets. But I've also been dude. There was one time I drank a fucking pint of Jägermeister.
Why?
That shit's
because it's fun. That's why.
I was young. Because he
likes to do hood rat shit.
But Jaeger was new back then. It was it's disgusting.
The promotion was off the hook.
Fucking,
God damn, I hate Jägermeister.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I can't drink that shit. But I remember I remember the Lakers had played the Trailblazers that day, and I went to see the game in Long Beach, and then we decided, my cousin and a friend, I want to pick up my cousin in Alhambra. I drove from Long Beach to Alhambra.
Damn, you were that drunk?
No, but I picked up a pint in Alhambra, and I said, I'm gonna drink this real quick at his pad, and then we went to a place. Like in La Puente or some shit.
Fuck.
Anyways, we went over there, and there was a long ass fucking line, and we didn't even get in, dude. So I said, fuck out of here, man. I mean, it was too long. We didn't even make line. Let's get the fuck out of here. I start driving. I get pulled over by CHP, man.
Fuck.
And I
got scared sober.
So I had and he asked me, you drank tonight? And that's when you're young. Now I know better than to say shit. I don't say shit. But like, my buddy, he's a lawyer. He told me, don't ever admit that you're drunk. Make them give you the blood test, and don't do the breath test. If you do all that shit, I can't defend your ass, he told me. He goes, you got to just deny all that shit and make them give you the blood test. Sometimes by the time they give you the blood test, it's out of your system, depending on how long ago you drank. He goes, I don't give a fuck if you're falling out of the car. Don't say you're drunk. Don't say you've had alcohol. So since he told me that, I've always said, like, if a cop like asks me, I say, I don't drink.
That's information to know before the fact.
Yeah. Anyways, I didn't know about this shit back then. So he asked me, you drink tonight? I go, I had a couple beers, man, earlier.
Damn.
He goes, get out the car. And I fucking get out the car. He gives me the breathalyzer test. He says, you had more than a couple of beers. He goes, you're right over the, you're just over the legal limit. And my head just dropped, bro. My head just dropped.
No.
And I said, fuck, man. Because, you're going to lose your car. You lose your
job,
car,
all that
you
shit.
lose your license. You're going to lose your job, bro. And I was working for the Long Beach Unified School District back then. And he goes, you know what? You see that Jack in the Box right there? Go get you a couple of them 99-cent tacos and a cup of coffee and fucking sit your ass there for a little while and sober up and then take your ass straight home. All right? I'm going to let you. And I said, but, and I said, thank you, officer, man. I really appreciate it, dude. And, I always had my hair short. So I had my, back then, that's when cholos used to be
banging,
bald.
son.
Yeah, they were bald all the time. So my hair was really short. So he probably looked at me, but I was really, one thing I've always done, guys, is I've always put all my windows down and turn the lights on in my car. Always. I always do that.
Hell yeah, you get that smell of weed out the car. You got to put all that shit down.
Nah, bro, but so they could see in. I don't want them fucking saying, well, I couldn't see shit. No, my windows were down. So I put my windows down and I turned all the lights on in my car. I want them to see in my car. I don't want them peeking in through my shit to look in the back. I don't want them doing none of that. They don't need to do that. Everything, my windows are open. You can see inside my car. You can see there's 3 of us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I told them, I said, so we went to Jack in the Box. I got like a couple tacos, got a cup of coffee. But fuck, I waited like 5 minutes and then we just rolled out. I got the fuck out of there.
Oh, Julian, how many of those Jack in the Box tacos can you smash?
And they got the new one, the mini ones. Have you tried those ones? Ooh.
No, I've been boycotting Jack in the Box for 3 years.
He
Hey,
said,
I forgot about those mini ones. I want to try that shit.
They got the mini ones though, but they got the ones that have sour cream, lettuce in there, and
It sounds delicious.
cheese, nacho cheese.
I believe it.
yeah,
It
but
looks
the more
good
shit-
in the commercial.
Yeah, but the more shit they put in it, the less meat they put in that
Who
motherfucker.
then
cares? That's why you eat like 75.
But those ones taste good. They taste like nachos.
It's not even meat, by the way. It's fucking what
Soy.
what is it? Like soy or some
Yeah.
shit like
I'm
Taco
gonna
Bell.
try those small ones.
Yeah, they're good.
Wait, but Julian, how many tacos can you eat?
I could probably take down like maybe good like 6,
12?
7 of them. I was fucked up.
6?
Six of them? Six
Probably
of them?
about-
Dude. How about 8? You can't take 8?
Okay, but I'm talking about if you don't order nothing else, no fries,
Nothing
no burger,
else. Nothing else. How many
just
tacos?
How many can you smash?
More than 8? Dude, I can do 8. I can do 8
I could
tacos for
probably
sure.
do
And
more than- I could probably do more than 8.
Yeah,
well, how many can you do?
I could probably
I've
do
never
that.
tried it, bro. I never tried
All
this
right.
shit. I never
Dwann,
tried
how many tacos can you knock
When I
out?
used to get fucked up and get tacos only, I would usually do 6, but I could do 10 if I needed to. But usually it was usually
With a
6.
drink, though.
It was usually 6 and a value fry.
Yeah.
Then if I do fries, then I got to do burger.
See, you guys are not old enough. You guys are not old enough. You know, when I just got into high school and was drinking, you know, we were drinking illegally and shit, but we were like 18, 19. They
Allegedly.
a couple of people got sick eating Jack in the Box. They got salmonella poisoning.
Yeah, I remember that.
So this is back in like the early 90s. So
I
what they
remember
do?
that.
So what they do? They created the
3
big
tacos,
deal.
a fries, and a drink for
So-
2
a
cents.
buck. So you got a burger, a taco, and fries for $1.
Damn.
I remember that when I wasn't drinking back then, but I remember people saying the rumor
Hell
was
yeah.
Jack in the Box serves goat meat. That's why everyone gets sick. That's what everyone was saying back then.
I believe that.
But
I
a big
believe
deal.
that. That's facts.
So they called it the big deal. So we used to eat like 4 of those.
Damn, 4 burgers, 4 fries, 4
burgers, 4
tacos.
fries, and 4 tacos, man.
So how many tacos can you eat, Cisco?
I could probably eat about. I'd probably eat 6.
No. How many can you eat?
6.
You can knock out 8. I can knock out 8.
Well, yeah, what the fuck? I don't mean I could knock out 8 because you could knock out 8.
Could you eat? I'm sure you can knock out 12.
Look at that Japanese motherfucker that eats all them hot dogs. I can't eat that many fucking hot dogs. And he's skinny.
Kobayashi motherfucker.
Yeah, Kobayashi, and he's skinny as fuck.
Dude, he eat like 34, 36.
Skinny motherfuckers
He's
could
like
eat
80.
more.
Really?
He ate 80 hot dogs?
That's what the contest. Every time I watch a contest, whoever won,
No
ate
way.
like 80.
80? Nah, I
80.
believe you. Fact. Even if it's not real, I believe you.
I
Hey,
can't. No,
You probably do
I've
like
been to a
100.
taco. No, I've been to a taco cart and eaten 10 tacos, like carne asada tacos.
I can do 8 tacos, not 10.
I could do 10 of those motherfuckers because
I
they're
did,
not.
I did like 15 once. And I was
No
fucking,
way.
It's just they're so fucking good, bro. You're not even eating them afterwards. You're not even eating them because you're still hungry. You're
They
eating them
just
because
taste good.
they just taste fucking good, bro.
It's a taco truck. Whenever comedy opens back up, it's a taco truck that's always on Sunset
Mhm.
in front of the out of the closet shop, a Gower, like where that Denny's is.
You like that spot?
It's a taco truck it's a truck. It's right there in the car wash / out of the closet parking lot.
Yeah.
Man, that taco truck is good to the motherfucker. Hell yeah.
All right.
El
I like it.
Pastor.
It's good, but I mean,
You know
I
where's
love
the
that.
better one? You know which one's better than that? The one by the fucking Comedy Union, bro. That's always packed.
Yeah, that one on Venice. I keep
And La
hearing.
Brea.
Yeah, I went there
Venice
one
and
time.
La Brea. That motherfucker's packed
That
oh,
should
I
be
think I
happening,
know what you're
like,
talking about.
all the fucking time, bro.
yeah,
All-
like that's one. If I see like no one in line, I'll just stop there. And I don't even be hungry. It's like, okay, no wait, I'm just gonna get one just for the taste.
Where do you go? Asada only, or do you try everything?
I judge places by the El Pastor. That's why I
Pastor.
judge you.
You know what? Pastor is an Arabic food that Mexicans adopted. So,
Yeah, Al.
Yeah.
Al.
What do you mean,
Really?
Al?
Anytime you hear the word Al, A-L,
Yeah, Al.
Al, you dealing with algebra, Al, you know.
Oh, I
you-
thought you were talking about owl.
Yeah, Al.
Because-
Like Al Pastor. Al Pastor.
and you know, one thing that gets lost in translation in history, a lot of the quote unquote Muslim stuff that you hear with the Al, that relationship between Mexico
Yeah.
and California is Khalifa is a Moorish word, is an Arabic word. California, Khalifa.
Oh,
Khalifa
shit.
was
Khalifa.
because when the Moors controlled Spain from 711 to 1492, when Isabella and Ferdinand overthrew them in 1492 and started coming over here to the Americas, the Moorish, the people, they were the ones who were sailing back and forth. They had the boats. And so it's like they had to convert to Christianity and change their name to a Christian name if they or die.
Oh shit.
So there's so much commonality between Moorish Spain and Mexico because and like basically anywhere Spain went, because those were the first ones out of the Europe because of those the Muslim Arabic names. So it's like a lot of Arabic names.
Yeah, there's a lot of Lebanese. There's a lot of Lebanese in Mexico City.
Yes.
No, Lebanese. So yeah, they tacos al pastor in Mexico, they're called tacos árabe, Arabic tacos. And they do it on a flat, like a flour tortilla, like a flatbread that like the Arabs eat.
Man, Dwayne managed to plug in the religion into tacos, man.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
And if you notice, the same thing, like because they do the al pastor on that meat thing with the blower.
Yeah.
The spit.
That's the same way they do fucking kebabs and that shit in them Mediterranean restaurants. It's the same like process.
The only thing is that they don't eat pork, and Mexicans put pork on that motherfucker. They said, "Fuck you, we're gonna eat some swine."
Good job, Mexico, because al pastor is the shit.
And they put the little pineapple on it. Do you like the little pineapple on it?
Hell yeah, that's why I like it.
No, I eat everything. I'll eat
al pastor first, asada second, then chorizo, then chicken.
What about lengua?
Lengua. No
I don't
tongue.
fuck with lengua.
Really?
What about tripa? What about chitlins? What about chitlins?
Fuck no.
I think lengua is the best meat. No nerve, no fat.
Nah, cabeza. Tacos de cabeza.
Cabeza is good too, but depends. Sometimes it's a little dry.
If you could get away from thinking about the part of the body it's from,
I can't.
I know, but if just let somebody order it for you and don't ask what it is and try it.
That's why I can't do chitlins. Fuck that.
Chitlins, tripa is the shit, bro.
I don't like
tripa.
tripa.
I just bought some today, but they gotta be really crispy and fried.
Yeah, you look like you would eat some tripa.
When they're
fire.
When they're soggy, they're disgusting.
I don't like them soggy or crispy. My mom loves them crispy.
Oh, crispy like a chicharron, like pork rinds. Ooh, baby.
I love pork rinds.
Like some buche. You ever had buche?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's just throat. That's throat. It's throat meat. It's fucking good. It's like slimy, but it's fucking delicious. How about brains?
I thought buche was the stomach lining.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Buche that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's a stomach lining. Sorry, my bad.
I've had pusse, I know buche.
Pusse. No, but there's a lot of shit, dude. It's cecina, that's salted pork. That's a Mexico City thing. Mexico City, they combine the meats. So they'll make you a campechano, which is carne asada with chorizo.
Yeah.
And they just combine them, a 2-in-1.
That's what Alberto's got, the pollo asada. That's the shit.
Oh, Alberto's is fire, dude.
Alberto's.
Oh, I can't fuck with it.
Carne asada fries and all that shit.
Hell yeah.
It's
I
not
love
Mexican.
Alberto's.
It's not authentic Mexican, but that shit is bomb.
Oh, how are their asada fries? I'm looking for a good asada.
Shit. They're the
Really?
best. Bro.
All right.
It's the fusion shit. Look,
I'll try it
it's not
out.
authentic Mexican, but the
I've had the tortas and
Mexicans
burritos
and
and
the
tacos, but I
Chicanos
haven't
that
had
are
the
here
asada
have done a
fries.
great job alternating the American taste with authentic home food back home. I love that shit. I go back and forth.
Try some
my favorite
Korean tacos.
Mexican food is Ramon.
I don't like Korean tacos. I don't like the
Korean
cabbage.
tacos are fucking bomb, dude.
I don't like it when they put like the cabbage, like Filipinos, they put
Oh,
I
cabbage.
don't like cabbage.
Yeah, I like all that shit.
No,
I don't like
not
the
with the
cabbage.
fusion.
Have you watched that show, The Shy?
Yes.
I
So
used to. It's shit too gay now.
What do you mean too gay?
Hey, so I heard they killed the dude Reg on there.
They
Yep.
they
He didn't
killed
want-
him off because
he
they
didn't wanna
wanted him
do
to kiss a man.
Yeah, they wanted him to kiss a man.
And he said no, a transgender. So now
Yeah.
that show is full of transgenders and the first.
Well, it's only one
episode-
transgender. Well, three transgenders that show.
Who's
That's
a
3 too
transgender?
many.
Who's a transgender?
Well, they showed this one that was a singer. Like she was just singing. You can tell she was transgender, or he or she, whatever the pronouns are. And then one is a character. It's a girl that I thought was a girl. I legit thought it was a girl, and it's a dude.
Since what
And-
season though?
This is season 3.
Oh, just
Season
the
don't
newest
season 1 and 2 is cool, but season 3, fuck season 3.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I like it. It's cool. I'm
They
fine
have-
with it.
I just saw the first
Episode
episode
1,
of
they had
season
a
3. They killed
Go ahead,
Reg.
my bad.
We gotta protect Papa at all costs.
they had a lesbo come out and she had
Yeah.
a fucking strap on and shit.
Hey, sexuality is a spectrum.
Hey, but look, sexuality is like almost like 99.9% of your life you live, you ain't having sex. So I don't want 90% of my fucking TV shows to be a goddamn porn. Tell a story. Just tell a story.
Yeah, they're all becoming 90%. That way. They're all becoming. You know what I'm
seeing? It's high, but it's not 90.
I'm seeing more and more gay and transgender shows, and
yeah, they're pushing it.
Holy
but I mean,
shit,
like, what we gonna do? What you gonna do?
Netflix has all kinds of shows like that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I do. I watch old school shit. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
I watch reruns. I love reruns. I watch Twilight Zones. I be watching the shit. I
still watch a Cisco on my DVR. I still watch Knight Rider, nigga. I watch Chips. I watch the 18.
Chips.
18. Okay.
I watch all that shit. I don't watch none of it. Look, I don't need all this extra. I don't want to see men kissing. I don't want to see none of that shit. I want to see like normal people live a good life and have a fun story, like how it used to be on 80s TV.
Yeah.
Do you watch Modern Family?
Nah, hell no, I don't watch Modern Family. I don't watch none of that shit.
You know what was a good show back in the, I want to say late 80s, early 90s, was Quantum Leap.
Hell yeah.
That was a bomb ass show, bro.
I've never seen it.
I watch reruns. I watch Married with Children reruns.
Oh, that's a good show.
Yeah, when Kelly walks in.
Ow, ow. Kelly Bundy, every time she came out, oh yeah, oh yeah.
They got the lesbian on that show.
It was dudes whistling at chicks, not dudes whistling at dudes.
Yes.
No, I watch Sanford and Son. I watch fucking What's
Martin.
Happening. What's Happening, dude? You know what? Believe it or not, I was never a big Martin fan, bro.
I mean, love Martin. I was never a big What's Happening. I was never a big Good Times fan. They were too poor. I hated all that poverty and shit.
I like Good Times.
How about the Jeffersons, dog?
I like
Jeffersons too.
Oh, bro. Hey, he was the first one to say honky on TV. That shit was funny as fuck. He's always
him, Archie Bunker.
All in the Family was fire, dude.
Yep.
That was a good fucking show, bro. That Norman Lear, I got to meet him, man. That's like a fucking.
Oh, how do you guys feel about Carl Reiner passing?
Carl Reiner.
I thought he was dead already.
Yeah. I thought he was dead too. I didn't even know he was alive. Shit, I thought Rob Reiner was dead. Fuck.
Rob Reiner.
Meathead. Fucking meat. No, but All in the Family. And I mean, Norman Lear created all those fucking shows, man. Norman Lear.
All of them.
But you know what? It's kind of like blaxploitation, bro, because he fucking exploited the shit out of black people.
He exploited the shit and made sure they stayed poor. Every time on Good Times, they was about to get out the ghetto, the mom would be like, no, JJ, give the money back. We don't do that to people. Like, bitch, you better take that money and move.
Hey, no, it's like when on Sanford and Son, they find this suitcase with money that Lamont finds, and it's stolen money, and it's like, so what we should move out of the neighborhood. He goes, where do you want to move? I don't know. And he's like, we can move to Beverly Hills. And then Red Fox goes, Beverly Hills. He goes, hey son, you think the neighbors will let us live in Beverly Hills? He goes, why not? Will Chamberlain lives in Beverly Hills. Well, we better get a house next to Wilt, because he'll let us. Dude, I remember fucking Red Fox was like the black Archie Bunker, because they both would say like some racial shit. I remember they're in court.
Realize, man, Red Fox, he goes back before Lenny Bruce. Yeah. Lenny Bruce kind of gets the credit, but Red Fox had been doing that. Well, he had gotten famous in the 40s and the 50s. And you know, Red Fox was friends with Malcolm X.
Yeah. I think we talked about that last time, yeah.
They got friends. This motherfucker used to have them dinner parties. Like, he's recording like 3 or 4 albums a year. Yeah, and people would just play his albums and shit.
I think the reason Lenny Bruce gets credit for all that shit is because he started doing it in the white rooms, which, of course, they weren't going to let Red Fox do it. Because he did it on TV. Yeah. So, and I think that's why Lenny Bruce gets that, because no other white dude was fucking doing what Lenny Bruce did, not in front of like all these uppity white folks. They didn't like Lenny Bruce. You know, plus he was Jewish, bro. On top of that, I'm sure they fucking hated that shit too. A lot of them. So it's not that it was
the exposure.
Yeah, it's not that
they didn't have the internet back then.
Yeah, it's not that Lenny Bruce did it first. It's that Lenny Bruce did it first in the white rooms, in the places where he started fucking arresting his ass and all that shit. for calling them out for being hypocrites. He called out racial injustices and society injustice. He called that shit out too.
He didn't give a fuck.
No, he didn't, dude. I mean, Lenny Bruce. You ever seen Lenny Bruce, Jose Gordo? Oh, Lenny Bruce, he's a bad motherfucker, bro. They killed his ass too.
I just started watching the Corey Holcomb podcast. I saw maybe 25.
5150.
Yeah,
I've been on there.
Started.
You've done it before, Cisco, haven't you?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, really? So my next episode.
You know, Corey's fans talk shit, bro. They talk shit about.
Dude,
me.
the comments are pretty spicy.
They're harsh.
Oh yeah,
I like the comments.
Corey keep telling me he's gonna invite me, but I haven't done it yet. Yeah. I do the comments section.
But I've only watched 25 minutes of it.
Out of you.
Yeah, they roast you. They roast you on there. I've been trying to get Craig Smith on my show, dude.
I do Craig's podcast every Thursday. I do it with him.
Oh, do you?
I hit him up for you because Craig. He's same with his show. When I do his show, all they do, we read the comments. All they do is roast.
Have you seen Craig? Hey, Gordo, have you seen Craig? Look up. What is it? There's a video on YouTube. It's just him roasting people, and he's funny. Craig funny as fuck, dude.
You roasted the car?
One night. Hey, tell Craig when you talk to him. One night, him and I were at the Haha, and we got into.
You ever seen this fool that goes, "My name's Tyrone, and I don't fuck with smoking," and he'll smack the cigarette out of somebody's hand that's about to light up.
Oh, that dude, he'll get shot one day.
No, but me and Craig got into it with a Spurs fan, and that motherfucker was arguing about how the Spurs were better, and I was like, shut the fuck up, bro, and just bringing up bullshit. Well, could Kobe this? I mean, how? Just the fact that you're criticizing Kobe tells me you don't know shit about basketball.
Yes.
Just the fact that you criticize. It's like me criticizing Jordan. Yeah, I can criticize Jordan, but there's no fucking doubt how talented that motherfucker was. And I wasn't the biggest Jordan fan because he wasn't a Laker. I'm not supposed to be. Laker. I'm not supposed to be his fucking fan.
Exactly.
I'm not one of these dudes that I'm a fan of players, not teams. Fuck that shit, dude. If Kobe would have left and went to the Bulls, I would have been like, fuck Kobe.
I agree.
Straight up, bro. When you become a Laker, I hated Jerome Kersey, but when he was a Laker, when he was a Laker, I loved Jerome Kersey.
Right. Yep, for that 1 year. I even liked Karl Malone for 1 year.
Yeah,
when he was the Lakers.
I hated Karl Malone. I hated what he did to David Robinson. I didn't like David Robinson, but he elbowed the fuck out of David Robinson that one time.
Yep.
Dude, that's why I'm rocking with J.R. Smith. J.R. the God. He's a Laker now.
Why do you like J.R. Smith?
Because he shoots from anywhere on the field. He's ghetto as hell. He's likes to send DMs to chicks on Twitter, on the sideline on the court. He freaking he's cool. He's a cool guy, man.
That's the thing. He comes off that way, but his parents are doctors.
Yeah.
But it's just dude. What the fuck? Let's talk about.
Yeah,
it's basketball shit. I don't give a fuck about his fucking personal life. What's he gonna do for the fucking Lakers? Fuck all the DMs and tattoos and all the other shit.
Dude, after he won a championship, he didn't wear a shirt for 7.5 days or something like that.
So what? What did he do?
This guy's awesome.
He fucked up on the court, dog. That's all that matters.
Look, J.R. Smith gets undue blame for that.
I know.
He gets undue blame for not calling that timeout because the rules state all 5 players and the coach can call timeout.
Yep.
And so he got all the blame when LeBron could have called timeout. Anybody could have called timeout.
I know you don't like LeBron.
Fuck, I like LeBron.
Have you warmed up to LeBron yet, Dwann, or not?
Look. My thing
is,
I got a LeBron jersey.
I will warm to LeBron when LeBron warms up when the games matter. Yeah. When LeBron plays great in the playoffs, win a championship, once he proves it, I'll be a fan. But I can't go around and give him some shit. He
hasn't earned some shit. He hasn't earned.
No, you gotta earn it because I want to say when his hairline's the worst is when he plays the best. Because when he has the new hair plugs and everything, he's too vain, he's not making the shots. Hair plugs start flying off the way he's actually sweating.
Hey, but Kobe fans go hard on LeBron, bro. Fuck, they fucking can't stand this.
Because we saw Kobe do it, without the excuses. He won and then came back and was like, give me the praise. We see LeBron talking about, man, I'm the best. You didn't win here. We don't count that shit. We only count what you won here in the land, right here in L.A.
Hey,
Gordo, we count it if we win.
Hey, Gordo and Salinas, are they Golden State Warriors fans? Or more Lakers fans?
There's more Golden State here. There's more.
Yeah. But was it like that before they won the championship though, or was it more Lakers fans?
I think it was. They were, but they were more undercover. They weren't like proud about it, you know.
Like, about Golden State Warrior fans?
Yeah, dude. Sometimes it's not where you're from; it's where you're at.
The Lakers, they're like, I mean, I hate to say because I don't like the Raiders, but fucking, they're like those teams. They travel well, man. Their fans fucking pack out Raider fans pack out stadiums, bro. They roll deep. That's why it's
Raider
Raider
the Washington Redskins.
But the Lakers too. They say Lakers fucking everywhere you go. It's like 70% Laker fans in the arena.
Yeah, there's a lot of Laker fans here though too.
Yeah, Golden State's gonna go back to what they should be. You know, fucking third-rate team. They're gonna go back to the Mitch Richmond years.
Dude, coach,
I'm about to head out, man. I gotta do a kind of shit tomorrow for my son's birthday and shit.
Orale, Gordo.
4th of July, nice.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, man.
Invited his not girlfriend, he said.
Okay, player.
Hey, tell him, hey, get your not girlfriend out of your room, man. Come on. If that's not your girlfriend, I don't want her in your room.
My wife's is his stepmom, you know, but he's been with me since like I've had him since he was like 6, living with us.
Okay.
She's like, what the fuck does he need a girlfriend for? He's 15. He needs to just be studying. Fuck that little girl.
I know.
No, that's true. Though. That's
he needs
some
to
facts
he needs
right
to
there.
shoot his shots.
We're like I don't know, man. We're some horny young kids, bro. We need to focus on our studies and shit. Women fucked me. That's why I didn't finish school. I went to Cal State Long Beach, and the reason I didn't graduate is fucking girls, bro. I had 3 girlfriends in college. They all graduated, and I didn't. One graduated from SC, one graduated from Long Beach, and one graduated from Cal State LA.
And he wants to go to Long Beach too. Fuck that shit now. After you tell me that story.
Cal State. The thing is, you go to college. When you go to college, I don't know how it was because you went to you went to Dominguez, right? Dwann, where'd you go?
I went to Northridge.
Oh, you went to Northridge. Okay, so Northridge, bro. When you're fucking a minority, it's hard to find fucking like it was hard for me to find other Latinos or other black people or something. Fuck.
When I was in college, I just knew that I wasn't gonna be cool with hardly any of these squares. I came up, but that's a cool thing. I lived at home when I was in school, so I didn't live on campus. So that
was a drive, man.
I commuted. I drove back and forth. Yeah, I did. Damn. But I got to come home to real people.
Damn, but
hang out with my real friends.
But that means you had to line up your classes like so that they were like back to back.
I went to school. I worked in the school. I worked when I went to school too. So when I was in college, I was in class Monday and Wednesday. And a Friday class if I had to, but usually all day Monday, all day Wednesday, and I worked Thursday and Friday, and I would go to school half day. I worked Tuesday and Thursday, and I go to half school. Like I had like 1 or 2 morning classes on Friday, and that's how I had to do it and commute.
Because you were gonna go back and forth and shit.
I literally have one friend when I was in college, and I was in college 6.5 years to get my 4-year degree because I partied a lot.
Yeah.
But I got the motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
But I have like literally one person I still know from college. I knew from like there's one person that I ever hung out with outside of school. And me and her are so cool. I didn't really kick it.
Yeah, not me neither.
If I kicked it, I wouldn't have graduated.
I didn't really care too much for the fraternities and all that shit that tried to invite me.
Fuck a fraternity. I'm not about paying for no friendship.
I ain't trying to be Greek and shit. Anyway.